Hello everyone! Welcome to the last World of Tanks Gamescom stream of the year.
The last? That sounds so sad. Come on.
Yes, but despite the sadness that is the last one, we're going to try to make it the very best and the very most specialist that we can. This is your host for today, Sile, in the company of Felon and of Luke.
Just Luke.
Luke from the Super Tanker.
No, it's like, what is super tanker? No one knows.
What is Super Tanker?
But are you actually a super tanker?
Am I a super tanker?
Are you a Super Tanker?
Hardly. I have like a 57% win rate. It's not enough, I don't think.
That's pretty super actually. But you're a super tanker coach, right?
No,
Or
actually, I'm
even
just,
better than that.
I organised it. I helped get the people together who are actually coaching. Daki, who's be on later, and he's a super tanker, or a super tanker coach.
Yeah, he is.
To be more
That's for
exact. Nicholas Moran, the chieftain, I got him in so he could talk like, well, the challenge is real life tank skills ever applicable in the game, right? So he's going to coach them and says like, hey, this is how we do it in the army, and if it doesn't work, well, he'll be last. So, you know.
I've seen him walking around the Super Tanker booth, and he looks like a glitched character from an RPG. Like when they, instead of displaying the normal walk animation, they just hover, because he's so tall and so, muscular and stable.
He is.
That's like,
He glides.
He's hovering over us.
He walks like this. And he's got this hat as well. He's got that cavalry hat. And as he walks, it just stays perfectly still. And he's mastered it. He's practiced it. He walks like this. The face is like really,
he has
it
a
is.
stability of wonders.
Yeah.
Have you actually seen him practice them?
Yeah, no, well, I haven't seen it. It's obvious. It's so obvious. He doesn't bob.
Maybe
like,
it's just natural, it just
he
comes
knows.
to him.
He went into the settings and turned off camera bob. It's like it annoyed him. So he's like, I'm just not going to have it anymore.
No, but listen, we're talking about an actual tanker. He's got to have some perks to being a tanker.
That's the perk. We should add that to the game. Just turn off camera shake. That should be a perk. Actually, I shouldn't give any
I would
ideas.
actually like that. But we are talking a lot about super tanker actually, but we haven't really explained what super tanker is,
Okay,
right?
so the basic of Super Tanker is a community event. So prior when we do competitions, we're looking for like only the very, very best guys. And honestly, that was always skewed towards the guys who practice enough, and we don't really give any stage time to the people who are just, they like playing tanks, but they've got families, they've got time. They're good, they're like 55%, but they're not 70, 68% guys, right, who play a lot. So we try to think of a way to involve the average person and for them to think they can win, well, not think, they can win something. So what we did, we took 15 random people from the cube. So if you came to Gamescom and you queued up for World of Tanks, you would have had like a light bulb above your monitor go off if you were selected for Super Tanker. Completely random, doesn't care how well you did. We had lots of people who were first time ever playing World of Tanks. None of them won, but we had lots of them. It was the first ever time. They loved the experience. So they came in and they sit down, we interview them, we made them film specials, ask them who they are, what they do, and get them involved. It's like, okay, what do you think makes a super tanker, right? We get, some of them, I have no idea what a tanker is. So it's like, okay, let's explain it to you. And then we set them down for 5 games of World of Tanks. Like 5 actual, normal, random battles of World of Tanks.
Uh-huh.
And whoever got the most wins, wins. And that's it. So yeah, we know what World of Tanks is like, matchmaker and stuff, so sometimes the okay players won, and sometimes, more often than not, the good players won, but sometimes the okay players won. So people walking home with gifts and prizes, like €100 from PaySafe, things like that, live here, who just really enjoy tanks, and not like, they don't have lots of time to professionally play tanks,
I mean, I think that the slogan for the entire initiative kind of summarizes the feeling that you get. How is it? Win for the team, rise as a hero.
That's
if I'm not
exactly it,
mistaken.
yeah. So it's about teamwork. It's nothing about individual play. It's do you win, do you lose? Was your team bad but you carried them? Good. Was your team good? Good. It's World of Tanks. And we hope that it represents what World of Tanks is to everybody. Right? I'm a tanker, we're all tankers, you guys are tankers, and we wanted something different that actually represents what World of Tanks is, and not the traditional esports, especially, this isn't an esports, but we didn't want to be like that. We're going to say, okay, let's try and make it actually tanks, not a different format. Let's involve the community, let's make it available for everybody, and let everybody win, but if you are really good, you will win most of all.
You get an extra piece of the cake.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's like, if you do, let's say, 50 tournaments. Imagine this, you do 50 mini tournaments. On 20 of them, okay players win. and on 30 of them, good players win. So you still will get good players, but because of the matchmaker and the way the game works, you will get a bunch of okay players, which means you never feel completely lost in trying to play tanks competitively, like in a cool, soft way. I mean, I don't want to do quit my job and become a pro gamer. It's too much commitment. It's way too much. But I love playing semi-pro, where you get like a team of friends together and you play in a tournament, but you don't really expect to win. So I want to give that feeling to people that they could win and that they can win, literally can. And they don't have to be the best of the best and know everything about the game, and you know, it's too much effort sometimes.
I did talk with some of the participants, and they feel like they were very surprised when they were selected to participate in the initiative, and some of them actually won, and they feel like they've been catapulted in another dimension because they maybe they didn't have the extra initiative of thinking themselves as actual champions for World of Tanks. And this is you've got to respect the dedication of those who train to be professional players.
Absolutely.
And we absolutely do, but we would also show to the average player that they have the place of a champion in our hearts.
I have 3 kids. There's no way I can play tanks enough to be as good as these pro players. Like the Killzor, right? Annihilator. These guys, like, okay, I taught Annihilator in 2012. He watched my streams and was like, okay. And a month later, he was better than I could ever be because he has so much free time,
There is no bragging in this sentence at all.
No, not at all. He's so good. And he's like one of the best players on the server. I think he's 40th ranked overall, right? I mean, my land, he's like 20th ranked overall. These guys are so good, but not all of us can commit that much time. So I really wanted to make something that people like me, got family, got kids, got jobs, that we want to feel like we could do it too.
I mean, everybody's got a chance.
Yeah, but you still got to be good. But you get a chance if you're not that good, you don't have that much time, which is the same motto as World of Tanks, it's free to win, right? And I don't want to hear anything about gold shells and stuff. It is free to win. And I really want to pull that into like mini tournaments, like Super Tanker. You can be a Super Tanker and not have your life dedicated to tanks, and it's your life. You want to talk about it, you want to hang about it. When you're out of work and your family's out to the shopping, you got an hour, you play tanks. I want that player to feel like they can win too, and that's.
Feel like when you sit and play tanks, you feel like an actual crown being put on your head.
Yeah, right.
So, but this was the first time that you did Super Tanker, right?
First ever time. And it's at Gamescom. Have you tried, listen to my voice, have you tried to talk to people at Gamescom about what you're doing, but it's the first time and no one's have any idea what you're doing? This was the first day this happened.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear.
That's because...
You sound like a much more badass Luke, right?
Oh, I should do best replays of the week. Next time it's like, welcome to best replays of the week.
That's awesome,
and this
actually.
episode we have a badass driving a tank and another badass driving a tank. Sounds better, right?
You just set a new standard, I think.
Instead of the squeaky version, I couldn't even try. If I tried to do me for best replays of the week, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
This is quite true. So is there maybe something that people who are not here at Gamescom can see? Are you going to...
Do you know what? It's up to the community. If the community here really loved it and shouts and screams and says, this was awesome, then maybe we can. And maybe it'll just be for events. We do it like at big events next time. Maybe we won't. I mean, it really depends on what everyone thought, because there's no point doing things no one likes, right? That was my idea. I thought this was a good idea. If no one here thought it was a good idea, then I was wrong.
Is this an actual live test, common test here?
Basically, yeah.
The sandbox, right?
Well, Victor Keesley will be here later. He was here this morning and said good luck to the Super Tankers, and he'll be on stage at 6:45, which I don't think we have a live stream for the stage, but he'll be there to announce the winner, and it's crazy. I mean, he put it out of his own pocket. It was the Victor who was like, okay, I want to put a prize pool for this. It wasn't meant to be. It was just like, come and just playing, and I was surprised. I interviewed people that had to wait there for 2 hours in the booth, because it's Gamescom, it takes time, and no one was complaining they had to spend so much time. They were really excited. And I was so surprised. I loved it. You guys are amazing. Any of you guys who were actually playing, I was so happy and overwhelmed with how positive the response was. Because usually it's not so positive, but that was amazing.
And you guys actually shot a lot of videos. I have been watching you from up here, actually. So
yeah.
Where can we actually see those videos?
I think we've already got it on Facebook, some of the promos. It's just teasers of what we're trying to do, but we're kind of trying to make it more focused on the people. not the actual game, because we all know the game, and some people don't know the game. And just watching tanks shoot each other can get a bit old sometimes, right? Especially when you're not playing. So we want to focus on the people behind the tanks, right? What's their story? What do they want to do? And
What's in the mind of the super tanker?
what's in the mind of the super tanker? I can't go that low normally. I'm going to take advantage of being able to go this low.
No, I have to say that I am really happy with everything related to the super tanker branding, because when I talked about it in the latest weekly ops, I was so happy. It came like, I think it's one of the best segments I've done so far for the weekly
I think
ops.
you found a fan, a supporter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to scream that. I tried to go woo, but it just came out.
So I really hope it's not just because it says super, because you like saying super so much. It's about the concept, right?
Yeah,
it's also about the concept.
I mean, everyone knows at this point that I am a overly hypeable person. I mean, like, you try to hype me, you don't even have to start. I'm already hyped.
That's my reputation. Don't steal it from me. I'm the hype guy.
Have you seen the weekly ops, maybe, Luke? Because
I
Simona
did
was
watch it.
advertising the super tanker, right?
So, I think the Killzone's going to be here in 10 minutes, and he'll be able to tell you what's going on. But I can give you a sneak peek. His team isn't winning.
Yay! That's good.
Don't tell him I told you. But when he comes on, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're kicking ass." It's like, he's not winning. He's not losing, but he's not winning.
Actually, that would have been our next question, because when the chieftain was here, he was talking about this competition between them. So how is that going, by the way?
So the competition between them is that they're taking from every day of Gamescom. We took 5 people, and each day there was a different mentor. So on the first day it was Niall, Annihilator, then it was Geordie, Killzone, and then it was the chieftain, right? And on each day they took their best 5 guys and invited them back, gave them a ticket to Gamescom on Saturday, and said, "Come back and play." So they came back. And all I can say is right now, we don't know who the winner. They're playing right now the final round. Moran's team, or his top guy, is only 1 win away from Niall's best guy.
Wow.
Geordie's a bit behind, as you can see.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell you guys. I can't tell you because you've got to wait for the TV. Got to wait for the TV show, but it's going to be great. It's really going to be great.
It's going to be so amazing.
So Ducky is not winning. That's an interesting piece of information.
That's it. He's not winning. I'm not going to tell you how badly he's doing or how well he's doing, but he's not winning. Don't let him tell you anything else.
He's going to be able to show us how good he is, though, soon, I think.
I think it's enough to troll him. Like, oh, you're not winning.
He's got some really good guys, though. I think overall, Annihilator's got the most stable guys, right? He's actually brought up the gameplay of most of his guys, or he was just lucky and got the best guys, but Daki has got a hard group. One of his guys, I believe you were with him earlier, where he's Italian, right? So we got people.
Yes, there is an Italian guy, so I'm like, I almost lost my spaghetti out of the excitement. So yeah, I did interview him actually, and he's a very for somebody that you would pick randomly, you would expect somebody average, and he's pretty good. And
well, he got to the top 15.
He did.
So
but it was random, by the way, like the way
random
they were assigned to the...
Yes. But then once they got in, they have to then play first 5 battles with the guys they were randomly selected with. So the guys here today they were the best of their 15. So he was the best of his 15 and got invited back. So you do have to prove yourself a little. You can't be someone who's never played tank before. You're not going to get through. None of those got
And the mentors couldn't decide which player they picked, right?
Exactly.
It was also random.
They had to mentor them, So like, okay, you like playing arty, okay, it's a challenge, but I got to get you to this. One girl got 2nd place playing artillery, and she rolled Himmelsdorf 3 times. But the challenge is, right, all you have to do is better than the other artillery, statistically, right? Statistically, you just got to do more damage than the other artillery in Himmelsdorf. So it's a challenge, but you still can make the difference, and she clearly did. But she got 2nd place. It was a bit of a shame. Kind of wanted an artillerist female in the final 15. So actually, we had 6 ladies who got 2nd place. I was gutted. None got to the final
outraged.
15. Yeah, it was really...
This is so sad.
Yeah. I thought some of them would. Some of them would get it. I was like, come on. And they got 2nd place. I was like, come on.
Ladies, do better. We're almost there.
Pretty impressive for World of Tanks, right? No?
Sorry?
They're still pretty impressive for World of Tanks, right? They are a pretty male-oriented game, right?
If you look at the statistics, actually, that's amazing. So I guess then what we're trying to say is, on average, women are better than men. I mean, statistics.
I don't want to comment on that because then I'm going to get accused that I'm biased.
I'm going to get trouble. My Twitter's going to blow up now.
I'm not going to say anything.
I actually got the information that we have Ducky actually standing by.
He's ready.
To
Okay.
show us how good he is,
Awesome.
despite the stats. You know, like despite his actual accomplishment in the Super Tank.
So let's at least pretend that he's #1. So I want everyone in the chat was like, Ducky #1. And then we're like, actually, we know you're not #1. And see his face. I want to see that. Clip it. I want to see that.
The funny thing is that who he's playing with is Skycheck, one of our CMs, who is really good. So I hope that Ducky can actually shine, but we will see. We will see. So thank you very much, Luke, for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's been brilliant.
It sounds a really cool activity. I really hope that we are going to see it again.
Yes.
And now we can see Ducky facing up, or actually platooning up with Skycheck. Let's see who is the best.
Enjoy the gameplay.
Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, we are live with Ducky, with the famous leader of infamous fame, because you don't want to meet them in a battle, basically.
Pretty much, right? But you know, Luke saying that I'm not first, well, you know, every single one of those players is first in my heart.
Yeah, but he's a nice guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Since when? When did this happen?
Since yesterday, I think.
Since yesterday? What did I do yesterday? What's so special?
I don't even know.
Ah. To me, you'll always be special. But you know, Fallon said that you're pretty good. I think I'm gonna put that to the test though, because you know.
Let's do it. Let's have a challenge. Chat, you can guess who's gonna be better. It's kind of
one-sided.
One-sided, but let's give it a try. We are here to show you Polish tanks, new Polish tier 10 most of the time, because Ducky is super excited to play it.
I haven't gotten to play it at all yet. I've been here the entire time at Gamescom, so I haven't been able to get onto the comment test and play it. So I'm actually, you know, curious, because I kept seeing it on the stream, but no time to actually play it myself.
Yes, exactly. It was killing me all day long when I saw all these players on the stations playing the Polish tanks, but I was lucky because I had a chance to play on Tuesday actually on stream with QB already. But let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try. And
I hope we have everything ready. Did you check before?
Yeah, of course.
Everything loaded.
Yeah,
you don't have like 15 HE or what was the initial loadout?
15 HE might actually work in this. Look how many FV 4005s they have.
Oh. Your PC is a bit faster, as I see.
Yeah,
better player, better PC.
Better player, maybe better settings.
Don't you want to do something crazy, or you want to properly try the
We can do both, you know. You can go crazy if you want to.
Like this. Oh.
You know, you need to wait until the countdown before you can ping. That's how the game works. You know,
I was so excited for the battle that I didn't check
Try
the
again
countdown.
now.
What about this?
Pushing down the 2-line?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. The Polish tanks are supposed to be strong from the front, right? Let's see how they do.
Yeah, let's see. The lower plate will be... we will see.
Yeah, but it's
the only thing that kind of bothers me is the top. It's the roof. It's like IS3.
Oh, so it's overmatchable.
I think so, yeah.
Well, we'll see. Like,
to be honest, I didn't check the value. But to me, honestly, it looks like combination of M103 and IS3, basically. If you look at the tank from the front.
It does look a little bit like an M103, minus the horrible cupola. Minus that one, at least. So there is that.
And check the gun depth. Check the gun depth. It's...
How much is it from the front?
Not bad. 10%.
Minus 10?
8.
Minus 8?
Sorry. And side
is minus 10. Minus 10 then. Just like the 50 TP.
Yep.
You know, I'm going to let you go first.
Yes, exactly. I'm the meat shield.
This
is what they do. This is what they do all the time, these good players. They use you as a meal cheat. Meal cheat.
Exactly.
Meal cheat.
You figured it out. You already figured it out.
Hello, boys.
You're blocking my shot. Unreal. Up. Oh, please don't shoot me. Okay, that hurts. That hurts, dude.
Did you get pen? Oh.
Yeah, the Jagdman's hit me. This tactic is working out great so far.
I'm going to take this position. I don't care. I will take one shot here.
You know what? I'm going to go with you. You know, we can be brothers in arms behind the rubble pile.
How did I bounce this?
Well, because you didn't aim very well. Oh, we both made it. Wait,
wait.
They are
shooting me like it's no! Typical. So
typical. I can't turn like this. I'm safe. I'm safe.
Shoot.
Okay.
Shoot,
wait.
I can shoot.
Alright, that's shot. Your turn. Oh.
No.
I thought you were supposed to be pretty good. That looks like a 0 to me on your screen there.
Yes.
Wait. I feel like my front wheel is sticking out when I'm doing this.
I think this space is too small for both of us.
I think like...
Again? Am I shooting the wrong spot, or am I just unlucky? Oh my god, and they're shooting me, Ducky. I'm gonna die, save me. You are the clan leader of fame, do something.
Wait, I'll kill him, don't worry. See, there you go, I got him.
I'm gonna shoot this.
Oh, let's see. That's your first damage!
Yes! we should show results of the previous battle, Ducky. I'm not gonna even mention it.
No, I went first and I took all the shots.
It would be huge. It would be huge.
You missed these. Never mind, I didn't say anything. Oh, Patton, how long do you have on
Let's go push this guy, let's go push this guy. He's playing somewhere down there.
What do you mean push? Let's go push this guy, he says.
Oh my god.
I bounced the Patton somehow. That's unbelievable. Nice push, by the way, really. You see that? That's your hole?
Yeah, that's my turret.
Yeah, that's your turret right there. You see
Isn't it pretty over there? And now he's going for you, Ducky.
Help me.
Kill him. Kill him! No, it's not fair. Repair. Oh, yes. I'm actually cheering for the wrong team.
He bounced! Yes!
Unicum.
Yes!
Oh my god.
This is Unicum. That's a play.
This is Unicum out.
Yeah, that's a play right there.
100% Unicum out. He's ignorant.
I thought you were supposed to be pretty good, but thank you. You see, this is your turret right here. I'm gonna, I'm gonna play around with your turret a little bit. You see, I drove over you. I drove over you, brother.
Maybe next HE?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe no. I don't think I'll get to reload.
Maybe it's not worth it, Nah.
588?
Pretty low roll, yes.
750.
But it's like almost the lowest roll.
Yeah, so I make you die and then I get a low roll. Is that how it works?
I think I'm gonna show the results of previous battle.
There was no previous battle.
Yeah.
For everybody watching, I came here and there was a previous battle that was played. It's not me.
Yeah, it's true. It was not Ducky. It was someone else.
It was actually.
It was Dakota.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is, but I heard he's pretty good.
Okay. Let's play one more. What do you think so far?
I mean,
not bad.
It's pretty good, except for my platoon mate.
And did you see my strong crew?
You got the same guy 4 times.
I have brothers. For example, for my black dog, I have sisters Becker. I like the same names. You don't need to remember anything.
Maybe that's why your tank's not performing.
Like the Killzor, it was hard to remember. Before the stream.
The Killzor. Who's the Killzor?
The Killzor.
The Killzor.
The Killmeister, I would say. The Killzor.
The Killzor.
The Killzor. Привет, как дела? Comrade. Let's again some crazy push.
Alright.
Timer is on. Oh, not here.
We can, yeah. Let's do it.
Not bad.
You go first, obviously.
Yes, of course.
Right?
Yeah. I will get this Jagdpanzer and the FV waiting for us.
How about we load HC on our first shot?
Yes.
In case we meet the AMX.
No, you are behind me. Damn. I could have tracked you with the HE in front of me.
Oh, that's.
It wouldn't be nice.
That would, I would go down to the community guys, and it'd be like somebody was team damaging me.
They would fire me. They would fire me.
At least a 1 week ban, right?
Ban for life. Oh. Let's do this.
I feel I'm afraid. I'm afraid you're gonna shoot me in the engine with that H3. Completely terrified.
It's gonna be fine. No worries. There's a light tank.
Whoa, that's a 105.
Light tank.
The T100 already went. I wanted to meet the 105.
He's gonna be mine. No.
What do you mean? He's behind a hill.
Yeah, but he's gonna peek check.
Miss.
Oh, I hit the rope. Nay. Push. He didn't even spot me.
I'm loading another HE shell for the 105. I believe.
And now you are first. Back. See, you are the leader. Natural born leader. You should hit the shots for your team. Wait.
He pens.
Oh, wait. You can't. You blocked my shot. Pixel shot. Pixel shot.
Okay, I'm getting nailed by Artie right here. It feels bad, man.
I'll go first, no worries.
Bachelor is in K1.
My HP for.
But I want to pen this one. Oh, that's really a. Wait.
Wait, I'll get shot from. Ah, poor Ducky. Ivan. Ivan got crazy.
Ivan, no, you can't use Ivan as a shield. That's not allowed. So far, I'm really excited about this push.
Forward.
Okay.
Up. Oh yeah.
You got
yeah, he said hello, but low roll or low pen. Nice.
You got any more of these
Let's
bright
see
ideas? Because I'm running out of hit points.
Yeah. I will destroy the house, kill him. Okay.
Wait, 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. The house is still there. I missed, by the way.
He shot. Good. Let's push now. Let's push.
What do you mean? I have 240.
Push.
Push? How do you want to push this?
Easy, like this. See?
Do you see that on your side? That's a 430U.
Yes. And he's gonna get wrecked soon.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that happen. Nice gun elevation you got there, bro. I didn't say anything, by the way. Alright.
Ow.
Nice positioning. You know, that's called being in the open.
Yeah.
You know that balcony, it's been there
I
since
know when tanks can shoot you.
Yeah, you know,
in
like
the open,
the red indicator.
But it was because of you disturbed me.
I disturbed you.
Yeah, blame Ducky for this.
Honestly, it was your horrible push which costed me 2k HP before anything even happened that we're both dead.
But I did 3k damage. And
Yeah.
damage is damage.
Okay, that's not. We're playing for the win here. You know, it's a team-based game. It's not a solo game. So you're 3k damage, but my loss, it's not okay.
But because you weren't in cover in front of the Arta, you know? You need to...
I got shot by the Arty 3 times.
Yeah.
The Batshot Arty. He obviously saw who was the superior player.
I am so sorry for you.
You should be.
I am so sorry for
you.
you.
Terribly
it's
sorry.
my fault. I made Ducky do this.
Now I'm gonna think forever that the Polish tanks are bad because of you.
I hope not.
You want to know what's the tactic to having a good game?
Win.
You ready? You watch what? You see this on my screen?
Okay. Or full HE.
What do you mean full HE? I'm just, you know, it's on the common test anyways. I have 74 million credits. I can use those to my heart desire.
I wish I had 74 million credits on my account.
You remember when Frontline came out? I had 70 million credits. Emphasis on I had 70 million credits. I have 0. Somehow between the end of Frontline and now I ran through 70 million credits.
70 million? Were you buying tanks or just Clan Wars?
Just gold spamming. Ooh, Minsk. I haven't played this one yet.
Yes. And there are super nice positions.
You see the blue stuff? You see the blue stuff on the minimap?
Yes, it's a river.
You can take a bath in there.
But you need to show me. I'm not sure how to do it. You know?
I mean, just drive off the edge and I'll come right after. You know,
okay.
Go first. I have something. I have something to take care of.
I believe in you, Ducky.
You should.
I need to be like, you know, if you tell this to your team from Fame, they will do it, right? They will do it.
They will do it.
Because then they would get, like, you didn't do it. No space in team.
So I'm guessing like this area is all
we're going somewhere here. Yeah, we're going somewhere here. There's hull down actually over here.
You have to teach me. You have to teach me because I don't know the map.
I played the map actually, to be honest, like 10 times. So far,
it's the first time for me.
Not even 10 times, 7.
Yeah, but I figured this is like TD positions, I guess. In a way.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, here and here. Up, let's go around. Yeah, and it really looks like Minsk. I had this experience. I was living there for 8 months recently, so.
Yeah, I've been to Minsk.
This is like Minsk.
Minsk has it's a beautiful city. And very, very beautiful people as well.
Beautiful people, but it's cold. But it's really cold.
It wasn't cold when I was there. It was really nice actually.
I actually want to take a bit more here because I want to try this position for the first time.
Oh, what is
behind
that, like
this behind this monument? There's like hull down position. We could get crossfired. No, it's too late. It's too late. We are too slow.
I feel like a noob.
But we can get crossfire on these guys here.
I feel like a newbie now, you know, for the first time on a map. I feel like a noob, you know, first time on a map. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, 50. Missed. Okay.
I'm going for it. I'm going for it. You know, just cover me. I'm going, dude. I'm going. Ready?
Oh, yes. I'm covering you.
Okay, this was a mistake. This was a mistake, but I'm going. I'm going.
No, it's not a mistake. We can do it.
It was a mistake.
I got covering you. I'm going to take some shot.
If we make it, it's good. If we make it, it's good. Oh, oh, oh. Nice, 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 nice.
And I'm gonna take this. Ouch. Arta, good. Fine. Ow.
Nice, 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 nice. This is kind of nice for our cooldown at least.
Yes, yes, yes.
You gotta be careful from the side though. Okay, the Bacharari is on reload now, so he's not gonna bother us for like 40 seconds.
I need to reverse a bit. I need to get some like up, hold down slash side scrape a bit.
Wow, he penned that. He penned the side of my turret. You deal with the E75s.
I
will watch
exactly,
the other
exactly.
people. Yeah.
But I don't know. I would need to load gold for this. Ah, whoa, whoa, whoa! No, this is no bueno. No bueno. No bueno.
Why are you dead?
I died.
Yeah, what did
That's
you do?
why.
I
didn't have the best position, but I think this position will be very useful.
It could work. It could work. I can see it.
It can work. Yep. With lower tank, maybe if I was underneath.
I mean, for the lower play,
but these guys that were supposed to push it because they were
suppose then Will is a
on public it's like
it's a different. I have no
in
gunner.
your dreams, bro.
I am soon to follow you to the afterlife.
Yeah.
At least I did.
Oh. Ivlats, he liked us a lot.
Yeah, he shot me 5 times.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's show some skill, Ducky.
You wanna focus? You wanna focus up?
Yes, let's try hard.
Yeah, try hard.
I don't wanna try hard. I don't really wanna.
I
was tryharding all my life, you know.
Didn't seem to work very well though.
Yeah, no. But recently, in World of Tanks. Oh, so let's play something else. What's your favorite tank, Ducky?
Super Conqueror.
Super Conqueror. Let's
play Super Conqueror.
I don't mind. It's very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Here I'm gonna go full gold though.
Oh wow, wow! You hear it live on the full gold?
Yeah.
Since when can you buy a premium ammo for gold ammunition?
Oh,
in one of the recent patches, Wargaming introduced that
no,
gold ammo is no longer a thing.
One question for you, Ducky. How do you play Super Kong? With optics without stabilizer?
No.
Or
I play with V-stab, vents, and rammer, just full damage.
Okay.
Especially because you have all the crew skills anyway. It's like
but
even on public.
But I'm on public.
Yeah, even on public, if you have like situational awareness, because it has a higher effect than a mentor, and together with food and vents, you will max out on view range on Super Conk anyway. So you don't need to run optics.
It's true. It's true actually. I was using it, for example, on Conqueror, on FV also, because I think I had only 2 skill crew.
Yeah, it's good. Like optics is good in the beginning when you're still grinding your crew, because you obviously don't have, you obviously will not be running situational awareness yet. But once you get situational awareness and you run food, you can get away with running V-stab.
I need to do this ammo.
Nice ammo loadout, by the way.
Why not actually? 27 should be enough. 120
That's
penne with FVs on a server. I get it. I will take it.
I have 4, but you do your loadout how you want to.
I wouldn't load this for regular server, but 3 FVs, nice.
People definitely like playing FV 4005 on the common test. It is.
Yeah, it's also the most favorite tank down there. It's basically RTs and the FV.
We should have like an educational center.
So 260 TPs here, 1 batched here. I'm trying to be like Ducky,
I would never send a batch out there.
I'm his biggest fanboy. I watch him before going to sleep.
Do you see the enemy team has a T100? That means the Batshot will never be able to get to F2 without dying.
Yes, I know.
You just suicided one of our Batshots.
Okay, so Batchet.
If Stinger 136 was to listen to what you just told him to do.
You know what's the best tactic for this game though? Batchet here and the rest of team here. I don't know why.
200 IQ.
Yes, I think like 450
400
plus.
IQ. I don't think you can count
you want to go to city?
Yeah, of course.
Like here all the way, or
we can go here first, right? And
try
and look for a shot, and if there's nothing there, we can go into the city.
It's actually, this brings me something, because I wouldn't do it. I would go directly to the city.
Well, you never know. You could get a shot, and you want to see where people think.
Was it mine or yours?
That was mine, of course.
I don't hear the game properly.
Of course it was mine. I hit him again, by the way.
I think I hit him
You know what position I like to play? Look on your right. You see me?
Yeah. On the yeah.
On the upper side here, where the progetto is. Here as well, because like you have a nice little. Oh, bad.
But. Come here.
I'm not in position to shoot. If he keeps going, I will shoot him though. Nice, nice. He stopped. That feels bad, man.
Actually, I need more spots. I wanna push the bottom side a bit.
You wanna push? That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, but it depends on what they have here.
You see, I like playing this as well.
I didn't retrack him.
I like playing this as well here because you can like use the rubble very well, very effectively. And he pens that. He is an absolute god.
Blind shot it.
That's lucky.
No good idea doing this, bro.
We're close in damage, by the way. You know, we're 60 apart right now.
Oh. T100 took it all the way.
I can shoot him there. I can shoot him there.
Oh.
Where he is right now, I have a shot. If you can give him one.
Oh, I missed.
I missed as well.
But he's gonna be there in the open. It doesn't matter. He's gonna die.
Wait, I can maybe hit this.
I
hit it.
Yeah, now you'll see who's better.
Yeah, nice.
I'm pushing. I don't care. I'm pushing.
Yeah, I think you can. Definitely.
There should be nothing. And I'm loading HE for that FV in the back.
No.
I hope they have Poor Ducky, what happened?
I made a trade.
Good trade.
Yeah, it was a trade nonetheless. Yeah, that's a feels bad man right there.
This feels bad, man. I cannot. But
hey, at least at least I'm showing my usual gameplay. You know, bad trades.
Okay, this was good. Good trade. I traded.
Oh, you're getting rushed. You're getting rushed. Oh, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
I'm fine.
Are you
bouncing.
though? You are not fine. He is ramming you. Okay, you might be fine. I need you to
gonna run away. I don't. He failed, fortunately.
Artie didn't fail.
I'm dead now.
You're
I'm
dead
now.
Oh
The
FV,
yeah.
Now it's all on me. I don't know if I can deal with the pressure. The pressure
you need to win it. You said you are going for win. Show me.
It's getting.
Show me.
I have 456 HP. How do you want me to win this exactly?
You are the super unicum here.
That is true. That is true. That is true. I'm waiting for this 140 to peek out from here.
Super unicums are magic.
Are they? Because they make their team disappear?
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty much. Like I want to peek here, but there's.
Yeah, but there's the guy. You don't want to trade again. You basically don't want to trade.
It wasn't really a trade because he.
But this guy could disturb him a bit. This T100.
I'm gonna focus on the guys behind us because like we're getting flanked.
You should have shot on the 60 TP from safe position actually here. But the Ducky. Ooh.
Risky plays.
Don't do this. Don't do this. You scared me. Nice. See, this is the skill I'm talking about. And luck. Mostly luck.
I was dropping over, so it's really.
You're gonna get him. Pixel, no, we won't bounce anyway.
Have to be careful. Oh, nice. Force B, nice.
Oh, 50. He's not looking.
He's not looking. He's not looking.
He's not looking. Kill him.
He hits these. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, he hits these. I carry.
They are like, hey, Ducky had a bad game, so let's not look at him. Let's help him. Let's give him some damage and some love.
Come on.
You could drag him if he doesn't have repair.
He wants to pick this. He wants to pick this.
Yeah.
Come on.
You can do it.
Wait, what?
No, it was the Arta. Come on.
I don't think he's coming.
He's gonna come, definitely.
I know the moment I'm gonna look away is the moment
he's
gonna
peek. exactly. It happens all the time. Oh, 50.
50.
It's fine.
And now he's gonna cross.
He's gonna die.
Is he gonna die though?
He should.
Like I wanna put a little bit more pressure, but not much. Like I wanna maybe proxies even back.
He's there.
Okay. So the Progetto's on my side.
Yeah, it's no bueno. But he's gonna go for RT, I bet. He's gonna realize there's nothing and he's gonna go for Arta.
Technically, I should have loaded A3.
Yeah, but
that's exactly why.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why I should have loaded A3. I was thinking about it, but I'm like 391.
No. Be careful.
No.
No,
I'm safe
it's
from
fine.
that guy.
You are
There's the Progetto. There's the Progetto.
Good. Yeah, he went for Arta, obviously.
I can't shoot him there. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god.
Epic Coloban. Come on, guys, give us some support in the chat. Give Ducky some support. Give him epic, #epic Koloban.
Ooh, 500.
Oh, nice, nice. You can make it, you can make it. You can make it. Easy, easy.
Oh, no.
Now it's a bit harder. But you can still make it. He's not gonna pan. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh.
No! No!
This was
No! No! I threw. Unreal. Actually unreal. I don't want to talk about it.
It never happened. Never happened. So, do we have time for more? I think so. Let's do this. I enjoy playing with you, Ducky. It's funnier than I expected.
What do you mean?
Because I expected it super funny, but I enjoy it so much, to be honest.
What do you mean I expect it super funny? You think
I told you I watch your videos because I want to be better in like tactics, and you show like your videos basically showed me a lot. Watch Ducky's channel, follow him on YouTube definitely, because he's putting their videos with the Fame team, with his famous Fame team. From Clan Wars, advances, everything. So if you want to know more about tactic, this is the best tool for you, because you have the best, crowned best leader of the team in Europe, CIS.
You're giving me too much honor here, you know. I might start to blush. Listen, you can take me out to dinner later if you want to. I'm okay with that, you know.
Okay, #no homo.
#no homo. Maybe a little bit.
Okay, let's go Polish.
Yeah, let's go. You know what's gonna happen when it comes out, anyways, right? I'm on a free XP, you know, because I am like that.
I have it ready.
I don't like grinding. I'm not the kind of grinding
I
person.
go actually from top to the bottom. I research tier 10 first. I play tier 10, and then I go down. Actually.
Well, right now I'm doing the same, you know, because like I mark a lot of tanks. As
well.
You know, I finished all my tier 10s, and I'm going on to the tier 9s, and it's kind of a rediscovery. But I'm not the kind of like some people enjoy grinding. I'm not one of those.
No. I was even before I joined Wargaming, I was a huge spender because I never wanted to. I bought premium tanks, but I never played them because.
Yeah. Also, because it's a new tier 10, I want to get to like start marking it as quickly as I can. So
exactly,
like having to grind it, you know. But personal missions coming out as well. I'm interested in those. I really haven't had time to look at any of them.
I still don't have 260 because I'm not playing heavy tanks most of the time. But now I finally finished the 15 mission for T55 because I researched Type 5 heavy.
I'm going middle though this time, I think.
Middle?
Yeah. Well,
with this depth, yes, definitely.
But
these FVs, they can.
They can.
They're gonna be here.
Yeah.
But let's try it.
I mean,
it's not. These are not our accounts.
So we have an excuse, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested in the personal missions.
This is gonna be shot.
I'm ready. I'm ready. You missed.
Nope.
100% missed. It doesn't seem to have like the.
No, the elevation is downside a bit.
Yeah, like
it
when you're on the
slope. But can you imagine the guy underneath?
Yeah.
Like on this position somewhere here.
I was ready for the AMX to drive up the hill. But yeah, that's what I'm interested in.
Yeah, let's do double. We can one tap this light if he's gonna. He got deleted.
He's
this
safe,
guy.
He's safe. He might peek though. Oh, you ready? He peeks.
Oh, I'm not ready. I'm ready. Peek.
If you come.
Whoa! Wait, I'm gonna risk it a bit.
Yeah, that's risky. I'm moving.
Whoa! There's another FV.
Yeah, he fell back. Oh, Grillia.
Critical hit. He missed. This one is. He used this repair. So if we track this one, he's gonna be perma-tracked. Maybe not for us actually.
Oh, he fired.
I'm gonna wait for the other guy because he's gonna be.
Oh, look at that spotting damage.
Oh my god.
He's dead. That's all my fault.
Come on.
That's good for my mark right there. That's good for. Oh, they added this little hill there. Oh yeah, I remember. Like this little hill here. Like I forgot about this completely. I'm very bad at looking at patch notes, you know. So I'm like.
Yeah, I usually rather experience it in a game.
So I'm like looking for my shot. I'm like, there's a little hill there.
I will actually take it over the hill. If I'm safe here, and I think I'll have shot on this.
Type. Look on your right.
Oh, no, I don't have a shot. I might have. Nope.
I missed, and I spotted another FV.
What?
You seem to be having an issue there with your health points. What happened? Can you tell me where your
Never happened.
Never
happened.
Your HP had disappeared? Can we get a quick statement on how that game went for you?
So, I can describe it for you. I went to the middle and I died.
That is a beautiful gameplay
Somehow.
I'm getting
Yeah, no,
shot
I
from
made a
behind.
mistake. I made a mistake. I thought I'm covered by the second ridge,
Yeah,
and
you
I
weren't.
was not.
You were definitely not covered.
I'm gonna check your play actually.
I have 0 damage right now, so
Okay,
maybe
so Ducky is approaching.
approaching.
Let's see, there's a pattern on 73% HP. Let's see what's Ducky gonna.
Oh,
Ah,
I don't
that-
have- I don't have the gun
no, you
depression
don't
for
have
this.
that. You might have. Ah, nice.
I didn't have the gun depression for
It was
that. All
pretty.
disappointed. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this T62.
Ah, yeah, do it.
I think I
You
can.
might have shot on this F3.
Yeah, but the gun depression, you see?
No.
Wow, he
Oh.
actually hit that.
Oh my god, he was lucky. He was super
That is
lucky.
such a tiny shot as well.
Yes.
I kind of want to take the hill, but I kind of don't.
You kind of don't want to change it.
You see,
for
like I'm struggling just
half
a
of your HP.
little bit with gun depression. I think I can hit him here though if he peeks out.
Yeah.
Because like he's very high, he's very tall.
Oh.
Oh my
But
god.
he missed. At least something.
But our team's not doing too shabby. Sadly
Yes.
enough. I'm gonna try something here.
No.
no.
Mr. Batchet said no. No, Ducky, you're
Maybe
not
I will
going
not try
anywhere.
anything after all. Yeah, this is yeah.
You could have traded with the FV for the hill, I think. Right now it
Yeah.
doesn't. Well, it doesn't really matter.
Where did this have? I still have my HE shell ready.
Oh, nice. I
Oh,
love rolls with this
I
tank when you
penned him.
pen. Let's play something faster. What do you think?
What is the fastest tank we could imagine? How about we play a game, right? We pick the fastest light there is, which I think is the
Sperpanzer?
Spur Panzer, and you're not allowed to stop.
Okay.
You're not allowed to stop.
Double R.
Triple.
Oh, sorry, triple
R, not allowed
and
to
let's
stop
go.
at any given moment.
And I'm gonna go full. Wait, I'm gonna go full speed actually.
Or you're gonna add some oil?
I'm gonna. Yes.
I knew it.
I'm gonna go full. Do I need this? Actually, I don't. Ah, yeah. Wait. Let's deal some damage also.
I am ready. I'm ready for this. Let's.
No,
I've actually never like really tried this, so it might be really difficult because
You know Marty Vole?
Yeah.
He had once a stream with full E50M setup on cliffs, and they were just going around the map and the hill and the mines, and they were just. We don't stop. We just go, and we shoot what we can, and we go back non-stop. Okay, this and service full HE. No heats. Some HE. Chocolate.
You know heat?
I cannot use oil on this tank. Such a shit.
Oh, that's disappointing. Well, it's still gonna be quick enough.
Yeah.
That it doesn't matter. I feel like we are going to get FE 4005.
Guys, I bet you wish us Himmelsdorf, but it's gonna be.
Prokhorovka,
Malinovka.
Malinovka. We're just gonna be roaming around the middle. The
I
entire
wouldn't mind
time.
about Westfield or something like that.
Westfield could be okay, but it's difficult.
Yeah, but there you can go up.
Up and
you
over.
kind of can
Yeah.
cheat because you can
Kind
slow
of.
down going up the hill,
Th-
and it's LIFO.
This could be okay. This could
This
be
could
okay.
be nice game. We have 2 Artas.
You know, a good
Is it-
spot. I'm gonna spot. You know.
I was thinking about like super crazy stuff because they're not gonna expect me going like this, but it's
that
too
is
risky.
never
It's too
going.
risky.
That is
It's
never
too
going
risky.
to work in a million years.
I'm thinking about then I'm gonna go like this.
That was my spot as well. It's fine. You do that spot, and I'll go spot the other side of the map. All right, let's do it like that.
Oh wait, do you have better spawn
By
for
like
the other
2
side?
meters.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You know, I'll let you pass so I can triple R straight. You know, I'll wait 1 second and then
Yeah,
triple
triple R actually, and just.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
It's gonna feel weird
That's
without
gonna be difficult 'cause then
without
I'll turn
this
straight
without
into
the
you.
middle finger or I'm gonna show you middle finger duck in this game.
Wow!
I'm sorry.
Whoa!
Yeah, whoa.
PJ12, hello. This is a
Like we have, it's good, but middle finger is
no handbrakes either, by the way.
Sorry.
No handbrakes either.
Oh my God! Wait, I pressed the W, of course. Okay. Let's do this.
This is going to be an interesting experience.
I'm gonna go super far, or should I go through?
I don't even know how I'm supposed to spot.
Oh my god, I cannot stop, I forgot. Can you stop? When you hit the house, does it, oh my god.
Only if you hit it unintentionally. You can't hit the house intentionally.
Yeah.
Alright, I got some spots,
I spotted like 10 tanks.
How about we go bully that little AMX? No, we can't bully the little AMX. Impossible. It's not going to work out. What do we do?
Yeah.
How about we, like, there's only like 2 tanks over here. How about you come over here and then we can like pounce
Yeah,
on the
we
together.
could.
Oh, AMX, loaded shield, let's go. Oh, you already shot him. Wait, I'm coming. You ready?
I'm coming back. Oh no, our FV stopped me. Woo! I don't want to get shot by these.
We're chasing. What's the worst that can happen? I tracked him for you.
Oh, I'm coming, but I was worried to go over there. Let's go. I'm gonna ram him.
He tracked me though, so.
Ramming speed.
Oh, he's on fire.
He's on fire.
You finish. I'm outie.
I'm gonna ram him. Check.
Oh.
No.
Get him.
I had to use handbrake. I'm sorry.
That's cheating.
I would finish in the water.
That's cheating.
It's cheating.
That's just.
I cheated.
Unreal.
Let's push the other side then.
Yeah, I'm already going. You see how far I am?
Oh, but I'm getting.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good.
There's 8 tanks on the other flank.
Yeah.
That's 10.
9 tanks. 9 tanks. So we have TVP, Artas,
and maybe one more.
There will be FV somewhere here, I bet. But we have
probably.
HE loaded, so it's fine.
I'm gonna make a spot first, and then
I'm gonna go through this side, so we're not gonna get surprised by something
TVP
here.
is not here. The TVP is not here.
Okay. I didn't expect him being here, but he might be somewhere here, maybe.
Yeah, that's why I'm going over the bridge so I can turn left, you know?
60 TP on the other side. Do you have shots?
Yeah, but I have to auto-aim him.
Yeah.
It's difficult. Wait, I'll spot the FE. You ready?
Oh, I don't want to fall. Okay.
Oh, Artie.
Arta. We need to get close to Artas in order to... Oh, I missed. Auto-aim for the win. But I'm gonna hit the fence, I bet. Yes.
I missed!
I hit the fence. I'm here, Ducky, I'm safe.
Let's kill the GC first.
Yeah, I'm gonna destroy the house.
Oh, I hit the GW by accident.
Okay.
Alright. Let's go.
I got him.
Go for the 60 TP next. I got him.
Wait.
I bounced.
No.
You finish.
I have a HE.
Wait. I'll get him. Don't ram. Oh my god. Let's go for the 60 TP now. Let's go. Where is the 60 TP gone? Where is
Guys,
he?
this is how it's supposed to be done, you know? This is how you play light tanks.
Exactly. A quick guide, you know?
Oh, hello. How are you, brother?
Oh my god, I bounced him. It's so difficult. I don't know what I'm aiming for.
Yeah.
I hit him.
Wait, I'm coming back.
Oh, 57 bounced me once. He's going to drown. I missed.
Someone's shooting me.
Yeah, the 57's like -2 or -3
-3. He's out. Let's focus the 60 TP now.
I bounced.
I need to get to his side.
Oh, he missed.
He missed.
Alright, I'm coming.
Is he yours? Oh,
one shot.
Oh.
Did you bounce?
It's hard. Yes. I got him. No, I don't.
I missed.
I don't. I'll load HE. Let's load HE.
Wait, I have 2 seconds.
It's easier. Oh, he hit. No, T57.
I got him.
One out.
Oh, the 50B is coming. The 50B is coming.
3 out.
Help me with the 50B.
Oh, there's type. No, he's gonna kill me.
Oh no.
He missed. 57 is out. 57 is out. But I don't have HP. I need to get here.
Run! We need to run.
I cannot.
You can.
Oh,
Just go.
It's hard to run without stopping. Oh, it's hard to run without stopping. Actually,
that's unreal. You know, I made it out. I'm going. You know, I'm not spotted.
Go, Ducky. Oh my God, you are spotted.
Wait. I hit these, by the way. You ready? I hit these.
Oh.
Okay. I lied to you. Wait, I have a plan. Okay, you ready?
I am. I don't know if you are. But I am.
I have a plan. Listen, I have a plan,
Go
okay?
for it. Go
for...
There goes your plan.
I still have a plan. Wait. I ignore the type.
Oh,
he
yes.
just fired.
You can.
Oh, Leo.
Oh, no.
Oh. He missed me. No.
Yes. Yes, go. Oh my God, it's so exciting. Oh no, you're dead. No.
I'm not
he
dead.
Can roll. He can low
roll.
Oh.
I tried. I wanted to kill the 50B and circle the type. Feels bad, man. I tried at least.
But it was not bad game.
It wasn't a bad game.
Over
no.
2k damage
no,
still.
But we might have lost the game for our team.
I will
though.
play light tanks only like that. People on public will be super happy.
They will
about
love
it,
you.
but
They will
yes.
absolutely love you.
Thank you, Ducky.
You're welcome. It was
One
fun.
more time, it was nice to play with you. We'll need to go to studio soon. And yes.
Hi, my name is Iranesh Salmak.
My name is Morris.
My name is Manuel.
My name is Vanessa.
And I am a winner. We need mobility.
Ignore everything Niall told you.
The most important thing is to win the game.
I try my best.
They're gonna lose anyway.
We've had a few guys who I think are really promising.
I'm pretty skilled.
I'm going to be helping you guys win this today.
Until battle. The only thing that matters is winning. You can use every dirty tactic. You want to be as good as possible when you get in. Stick with your team.
We need to take hints and learn quickly from other players.
It's only about winning, which means you can't count.
I don't think they're entirely listening to the advice.
Daki's not the best one for giving advice.
My team's already won.
Hello, I'm Luke Nella and welcome to Super Tanker, where we select people from the crowd of Gamescom and offer 10,000 euros to whomever can prove themselves the Super Tanker. But what is a Super Tanker? Well, technically speaking, it is someone who can consistently and positively influence the outcome of a battle. And, well, I know that Nicholas Moran is standing over there, one of our in-house tankers, and he can tell me what he thinks makes a Super Tanker. Hey Nick!
Oh, hello, what's up?
Oh, I'm running Super Tanker.
Oh, that's your show, is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be
all right.
I gotta ask you though, what makes a Super Tanker?
The ability to seize initiative, to make the most of an opportunity, make it count.
Sure, if you want to lose.
How do you mean?
Well, a super tanker needs to be cool, collected. They need to be ruthless. And they need to know when to make a sacrifice.
Yeah, no. You're both wrong.
A super tanker is somebody that's emotional. Somebody that gets angry when things go wrong, but also somebody that gets nervous when he gets to carry the battle.
You gotta be confident. You can't be timid.
You can use that emotion, that anger, and transfer it into your gameplay. Keeps you on edge.
And as soon as you bring your emotions into a game, you make mistakes.
Yeah,
You're gonna mess up.
maybe you do.
Well, it doesn't matter if you don't make mistakes. Getting it right at the wrong place at the wrong time doesn't do any good.
Nicholas, what would you know about getting it right a lot of times?
I don't know. I'm a tanker.
Does that translate into gameplay?
You'd be surprised. I mean, okay, look. You have your wrong opinion. You have your very wrong opinion.
I'm more right than his wrong opinion.
Still more right than both of you.
I have a proposition. We can settle this. We're at Gamescom. We got hundreds of thousands of people come through here, random average Joes. We just grabbed some. So there's no set advantage, no pre-picking. You get a day, you get a day, I get a day. We get 5 tankers out of this mob that we can create our own super tankers. We'll meet up on Saturday and we'll see who comes out with the best team.
On Saturday,
well both
my winning day.
Nah, you might as well both take a holiday because I'm taking it home.
Yeah, no, you have no idea. Okay, I'll see you Saturday. Good luck.
Well, I guess we've got ourselves a show.
Hello again. from your friendly Italian community manager of the neighborhood. It is Sile again, and I've been left alone, so there is a lot of space for me. I thought I was gonna just lay down, but they brought away the chairs, so no sleeping for me. I'm just gonna look tiny, tiny, and lonely. It's so nice to be at Gamescom. It is the last day, unfortunately, so yeah, it's gonna be a bit lonely for the next days, but we're gonna make it special and memorable. So let's move on to the giveaways that we organized for this day. Let's start with the goodies for first, because I know you're the kind of guys that actually enjoy the goodies. So let's run through a list of prizes that we've organized for today, and here there are. I have a beautiful list that I'm going to run you through. We have for today, just for you, a list of prizes that it starts with 2 Actis Pro headsets, 2 Rival 110 mice, 1 toy brick from Kobe, 1 plastic model kit from Italeri, an Intel CPU, an i7, so guys, we've got the good stuff for today, and an Intel NUC PC. What is an Intel NUC PC? It's basically, you know how concentrated essences look. They are basically the real concentrated version of what they used to be. Like, I'm Italian. Let's take it to the tomato department. You might be familiar with tomatoes. Let's take it to the tomato department. Have you ever tried concentrated tomato juice? It is much better than the usual one. That's a NUC PC. I mean, I'm explaining it to you because I was astonished that a small PC could be so much more powerful than a bigger one. Apparently, size matters the other way around for PCs. They're gonna fire me for this. So yes, last stream for Gamescom and last stream for me. But yeah, let's go into the serious department. We're also before it all ends, let me remind you of our social media contest. We're having a small contest for anyone who would want to post on Twitter and or Instagram thoughts and pictures of your experience at Gamescom and your thoughts about World of Tanks and maybe the booth if you come to visiting us. If you visited us, what you thought about booth. You know, what are your thoughts? Just share them with the hashtag World of Tanks, and you might enter. You will enter a competition, and you might win a modded case. And it's the best. You know, if you're familiar with the initiatives that we've done on last Christmas, you remember how beautiful the modded case was. And stay tuned through the stream because we also have a very special in-game goodie bonus code that will unlock a mission. And if you complete it, it will not only give you the best set of personal reserves that you can get in the game, but you also enter a raffle to get either an Eagle 7 or a 50 TP or 1 year of premium time. That's so great. Like, I can't even tell you like how great this is. So. I think we are ready in the gameplay department, so I'm just going to go back to making of this spot my own personal nest, and I will leave you to our wonderful Felon and another actual, you know, fully fledged, really real World of Tanks dev.
Thank you very much, Sal.
They say really real World of War games dev.
Oh, it seems so. Okay. And so increase my volume a little bit so I can hear you, Paul. So, hey guys, I'm sitting here with Paul Barnett, who is our game director, and we are going to be talking about some cool stuff that is going to come into the game, and we are going to show it off, right?
Well, before we get to that, so you used to be a streamer, right?
Uh-oh, now he's going there.
No, but you did. Like,
yeah,
you're a streamer. And,
yes, I was.
I was looking at your stats.
Uh-oh.
And as far as I can work out, you were a filthy stat padder.
I knew he was.
Is that true?
Every time I talk to this guy, actually, he always makes me feel bad about my stats.
Not bad, I'm just checking.
Yes, I'm a stat padder.
You're
yes.
a stat padder.
Yes, chart.
And I got to be careful of people like you because you write me emails arguing I should change tanks, but every time you talk about what tanks you want to change, it's always tanks to improve your stats.
That's not true, come on.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we'll test if it's not true. What tank were you suggesting that I should buff just
That's
over
not
there,
fair.
over there 1 minute ago.
No, that's not fair.
No,
Come
no,
on.
wait, it's not a question of fair.
Okay.
What tank was it?
Okay, it was a Leopard 1.
The
was the
Leopard one, yeah. That well-known, easy to play, non-skill based medium that desperately needs a buff.
Exactly.
And out of interest, what is your win rate on that?
I don't even know. It's probably
liar.
It's probably bad.
It's bad. Well, but what are the, for you? A bad is a number under 60, right?
Yes. If it's below 55, then it's super bad.
And you were one of the people, because you were a pattern head, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah,
Everyone knows that, by the way, so it's not a surprise.
So you're a medium pattern. So, and we were talking about what happens in round. The reason we're not going to run a battle is because we talked about what happens between how you run a battle and how I run a battle.
Exactly.
So I'm a tank collector, and I'm an okay player. But I'm an obsessive player. I play a lot, and I play randoms, and I love my randoms. But I've watched people like you before, stat padders, and I made an observation about how I thought you played. And he wrote it down, and then I showed him what it was, and it turned out to be true. So here's what happens. He runs off somewhere, and then as soon as it looks a little dodgy, as soon as there's a bit of heat, as soon as it looks like there might be trouble, you run away.
Yes, because that's the tactically sound
of a stat
decision.
padder.
Of a person who wants to have good stats, yes.
It's people like me who have to hold these flanks when you're not there. I watch you lot run away, and I go, where's he gone? And I look at your stats and go, yeah, he's off to farm damage.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Never mind winning, farm damage.
Because you are the nice guy, you know, the nice guy that you need in the match, right? But I am the guy who still, you know, and sometimes when things get hairy, I do the damage from the back.
No, we talked about that. You're the guy who doesn't go around the corner to take the shot.
Yes, that's true. Because we have people like you actually
He never goes around the corner to take the shot.
No,
he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He just goes, no, he just repositions and farms damage. So I'll go around the corner to take a shot.
Exactly.
And then your answer was, yeah, you do that, and then the players don't go with you, and then you die.
Exactly.
And I was like, well, yeah, sometimes it goes that way, but other times I take the shot and we push, and I love how your stream, anyone who actually does that, you don't say, oh yeah, that's someone who's taking one for the team, that's team play.
I don't do
you
that.
just go YOLOing puppy, doesn't know what they're doing.
No, come on, I don't do that.
You all of you do that.
No.
Anyway, we're not going to talk about you and that. I'm happy with my randoms. I'm happy not having huge stats. I'm happy not buffing your Leopard. We're talking about Polish tanks, right?
Oh, we thought you're not buffing my Leopard.
Oh, no, you don't need that. No, I've got tanks I do want to improve, but we're going to talk about the Polish ones, right?
Yes.
And so this is a line we brought out where we didn't put a crazy mechanic in. Which some people like the idea that we put mechanics in, some people don't. Some people really dig the mechanics and they like the sort of differential. The problem I have with the mechanics, not really a problem, just an observation. The mechanics usually by nature make the tank a more skilled tank, because you have to learn when to, change to a siege mode, or you have to learn about the sort of semi-auto Italian stuff. So I actually don't mind it when we just have standard tanks. And we're putting it in for the Poles, which is cool, because they had a rough history. And they're also, super passionate people, super passionate players, super passionate tankers, and they should get the tanks. And I think what was really important is we didn't just put clones of tanks in. Because, we needed to give them something else. So unlike anybody else, I want to talk about all of them, not just the big, huge monsters. So we're gonna start. Actually, is that the video going there?
Yeah, we're showing the video a little bit.
I haven't actually seen the video yet. Let me guess. There's thousands of tanks running around, really close together, lots of fire. Oh, it's a little different. It's not at night time with rain. Can we see a tank jumping through the air by any chance?
Maybe a little bit later.
I think the more we have tanks jumping around the air, the happier I get, because that always happens in our game.
Paul was actually watching the big screen here, and he was commentating on the video. I was dying of laughter because he was, commentating every little move that our tanks made in these very action-heavy trailers.
I hardly ever see one of our videos that looks like how we play tanks. It's trundling forward.
Fun though, right?
I was watching one where they had these tigers on this valley pointing down. I'm going, we don't even have that valley. I don't even know where that is.
You
There's
actually
no
have
such
that valley.
there is no way that gun depression. You can't
That's
get there
true,
then.
but
they
we
just
have the
drop
valley.
the tiger there. No, so I was hoping that maybe we could show things on fire, tanks charging at each other point blank and leaping through the air, because that often happens when I log in and I'm rolling my British AT7. I'm often thinking to myself, any moment now, I'm going to grab air.
Because it's basically like a Formula 1 race, right?
Because it can go like almost 12 miles an hour. Oh look, they're all exploding.
Okay, I think...
Well, once this is finished, we're still going to talk through all these tanks, whether anyone else likes to or not. Because I care about the tanks.
Okay, guys in the back, maybe you can actually switch to our screen.
No, it's out. 25 TP Curse 2.
You want to see the nice one, okay.
Look.
I actually like the one after this.
Well, we're going to talk about all of them. It's an ugly tank, that tank.
Yes,
And
but it's very unique though, that's for sure.
Well, a lot of the Polish tanks are a bit ugly.
Actually, not all of them. I mean, I like most of them, except a
did,
couple.
Did you say not all of them?
Yes. No, come on, like tanks are usually like I have a couple of them that are really nice, but most of them are not very pretty, right? It's not their main feature.
Wow, we're going through all of them. I do wonder why, as they've all got names, Habitcha, why the names aren't on the tech tree. Because I like tanks with names. I don't like tanks with numbers. They're really hard to talk about. You get into a battle and you're going, I don't know, it's the X672M/42 STRVL M43. It's like if it was just called Boris.
That's actually one of my complaints as well.
Or Andrew. It would at least be...
I'm looking at your screen actually, and like TP. It's all of them TPs with a number. How do I remember which one is which?
It's in honor of tents that the Native Americans had.
Ah.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Teepees.
Teepees.
Yes, that's what that comes from. And
so these are actually Indian tanks.
I also love the idea the numbering system doesn't work, because they slowly go up numbers, then they jump huge numbers, then they go backwards. It's sort of in honor of the British AT line.
Yes, true.
Which all its numbers are backwards. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, we're back again. So, are we able to show the tanks on your screen? Can you
there we go. There you go.
Could you go? Oh, could you go to? Oh,
it's actually yours.
Do it on mine. We'll do it on mine. No, do it on yours. Can we do it on his?
Let's do mine. We are looking at tanks.
No, you're still looking at mine. I can do it if you want.
I think now we are looking at.
I have to be able to use my hands.
You want to go to the tank tree?
I want to go to the first one, the very first tank.
One. There you go.
So that's the 4. It's the 4 TP, right? So can you display it in the garage?
Sure.
So one of the games I tried to play is where did we steal this tank from? You know, like how did we put it together? So yeah, so the rule is somehow it's the British, but that's really not true. It's much more like the T60 on the Russian line. We took the T60 and then we sort of smashed it around. It gets a tier 2 gun, which it's the 47mm QSFA. This is good. It's got about half the rate of fire of the ZiS-19 that the T60's got. Slightly more damage, less accuracy, longer loading time. Not that it matters, because it's tier 1, so you're playing against lunatics anyway, unless I've got my light tractor fully specced out for vision, and then I'm just shooting people from a distance.
This is the point where you can also say that these are the tanks that I don't play, but you do.
I play all the low tier. I love low tier. I'm a real big low tier. I have 4 tanks below tier 4, each with over 1,000 games. I love the Cruiser 4, for instance. Anyway, we digress. Once you get past that, it's the 7TP, right? Is that the next one? Yeah, 7TP, which is, it's not really any one of our tanks. As far as I can work out, it's got some British, Italian, and Russian in it. So it's got dubious heritage. Dubious heritage. But it's got a 44mm, which bizarrely, although it's a tier 3 gun, is almost identical to the one you just gave up, the tier 2, which, you know, isn't very. So my guess is you're going to blast through that and then zoom on. And the tier 3 is the 10 TP? Yeah, 10 TP, which you can at least figure it out. It's the very Russian BT2. It has this awesome front thing where they clearly looked at the Sentinel, the British AC Sentinel, which has the sort of droopy one. And they said, what if it was more like, you know, perky and prominent?
Are we keeping it PG-13 still?
Oh yeah, it just doesn't, and it just doesn't do anything. So, and it's and if you bother to look at the stats that sort of take it out, it sort of plays between the BT2 and the BT7. The rate of fire is a little lower. It's about 13, I think. Is it 13? Yeah, 13. You can probably juice it up, I suppose, if you did it. The gun depression's really good, but then, I mean, that's something new for that lot. The armor's fair, and then acceleration's very bad. And this starts the beginning of the Polish tanks not being particularly nimble. They eat too many donuts. That's their core problem. I should know. I eat too many donuts. But the view range spotting's pretty good for Tier 3. Certainly when you compare it to the BT, so it gets a little bit of that. But it's when we get to, is it the 14 TP? 14 TP's got to be next. Not that one. There you go.
4, yeah.
That one. 14 TP. So we're up to Tier 4. We've got a front turret, which is very, very nice. And it's sort of like if the BT-7 had some sort of meeting late night with an A20.
So this is where you start to get my attention, actually.
Yeah,
like
well then it's,
right?
I mean, it's not a bad thing. Pen is still higher than you're going to get. Rate of fire still half what the BT does. It's a bit weird. Actually, it's about the same. Slightly better hull armor, which is, you know, there's got to be something for doing it. Once again, the engine is feeble, but at least it begins to sort of feel like, okay, so we're beginning to start what Polish tanks are going to be. Which gets us to the ugliest tank in the game, a new record. Not only has it got 2 of the stubs on the front things, it's got the wacky turret. It looks like it's like someone watched the movie Alien and then tried to model a tank out of it.
Okay.
Because it's got this sort of strange stretched turret, which is sort of kind of weird. So it is ugly. It's uglier than the French, the S-35CA.
Is it?
Yeah, it's uglier than that. It's even uglier than the G1 with the original turret.
No.
So yeah, they are. The G1 with the original turret is really ugly. So it's not a pretty child.
No.
It's a bit weird. But it's got 75mm on its front turret, although the mantle's a bit weird. It's long and thin. The tank's long and thin. The turret's long and thin, and the gun's long and thin. So it's got something going for it, and it's the gun that makes this tank. Like. This gun is wonderful. It's the reason we're playing it. It's a hold down expert. I was trying it out earlier. It's certainly as good as, tell you what, it's as good as the German Tier 5 Heavy, the VK3001H. That's not saying much because that's a terrible tank.
No, it's actually, I mean, okay.
No, it's a terrible tank.
It's not the best.
But for a medium to be like able to trade up there is pretty good. It's not got very good turret traverse, if I remember rightly. It's a bit lax, and they get better at that later on. Good damage, played well, like played by someone who knows what they're doing. This tank's going to be very dangerous because it's actually quite hard to hit. The thin turret's actually pretty good.
Can I actually pad my stats in this one if I want?
Yeah, probably. And the gun's good. And you know, I know everyone spends their time looking at the 8.9.10s, but I actually think that this thing.
For me,
it's going to be very dangerous.
At the next one, actually. I'm waiting for that.
And that's where they go to. So you pop up to the next one, which is the 40, yeah? 40 TP? Has that got the top turret? Oh, it has got the top turret.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a medium that thinks it's a KV-1. Because it's got a lot of similarities in like that hull shape and the stuff like that, which is quite good. And it's the child of German turrets if they went out drinking with the Leo.
That's
so you know the German turrets go out, they go out with the Leo, they have a lot of schnapps, and then they come back and they birth that thing, which you know, and it's got a good mantle on it, and of course it's got the good gun, and it's a medium hybrid with a heavy, because they're about to get into the heavy line, which is quite good, and continues the high alpha, the really good pen, the turret's really good, mobility is effectively how it's been balanced. So, again, not the most nimble thing. It's quite wide as well.
This is competing with something like the T20, right?
Yeah.
But this one is more, this is slower, better armored.
Yeah, well, but the T20, you mean the American medium?
Yes.
But the T20, it's an American medium that's really a TD. Like, if you know, the reload on that tank's so slow, the pen's really good, but the way to play that tank is at medium to long range and play it like a TD. I'm not sure I put it up with that, but I mean,
the reason why I'm saying that this is competing with it is because it has the same like you know, gameplay a little bit, because it has the gun depression, it has good alpha damage, it's maybe not as nimble, and somehow it reminds me of that tank, and I really like that one.
Well, that's fair. I mean, the mobility on this tank is challenging. That's,
so
good. That's a good word, isn't it? Challenging.
Challenging.
Yeah, challenging. And then we get onto the first heavy, right? The tier 7.
Oops, almost. This one.
Look at that monster.
This looks awesome.
So this is it's the body of a panther.
Yes.
Till about halfway, and then it sort of, you know, has a nod to the IS and the Black Prince when it gets near the back. Sort of those two tanks smashed together sort of gives you the rear of the tank. So it's like starts as a Panther, becomes an IS Black Prince hybrid at the back. The turret, on the other hand,
it's like
they stole into the American factory. They grabbed the turret off the M103.
It's a cast one, right?
The M103, the eggshell one. They then put it in a washing machine and shrunk it down.
Love your
and then they stuck it on this tank. And then they removed the gun mantler, which is the right thing to have done. So what you've got here is, what if we had a Panther that was a heavy? Is basically what you've got, and then we give it a silly gun. Yeah, a very silly gun. We give all of these tanks silly guns. And it's the turret. It's the turret that makes this tank. Used correctly, it's going to be trouble. People like you are going to be unbearable with it.
Yeah, but the thing is that this also has this, right? So you can actually hit the cupola, just like the previous one as well, right?
I'm not a huge fan of that. That's going to save me.
No?
Because unlike the previous one, this one's actually got some mobility.
It's still a hill fighter, right? It's kind of like...
it's still a hill fighter, but I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, I think this is a dangerous tank. This is the tank I fear most out of the. Yeah, look at you! Wow, because you never even looked at it, have you? You've only looked at the 8, 9, and 10.
Yes. No, actually, that's not true. Yesterday I went through the whole thing and researched it from tier 1 to tier 10. You know, one by one, and I looked at all the guns and everything. Right. So I was like, okay, because now I have to do it because I know you.
Because you knew you were going to talk on here.
Yes. Because previously I just.
About the only thing that makes me happy about this is because matchmakers borked in places and a bit weird. Not a lot of people play 7s right now because 7s when you're bottom tier is a new world of misery. Which is, a little unfortunate. We really need to get on that. Can you just fix that?
Me?
You just fix that.
Isn't that you?
No, we are fixing it, but it's taking a long time. So that then leads to the tanks you've actually spent your time looking at, right? The tier 8.
Let's go to the tier 8.
And this is where the numbers go mad. So it's 40 TP, 45 TP, and then 53 TP. 53. I want you to keep that in your head. 53. The reason that's important is the number's going to go down.
Yeah.
Let me go to the next one. It makes no sense. So, it is an upgrade from the one you just had. Obviously, the turrets come slightly more forward. The pens mid to high range. The aim time has come down a little bit, and the turret's not the great turret you had at 7. It's got that sort of pinch nose version.
It's actually different from that was the first thing I noticed.
Yeah.
That the original turret looks very, very different from the
yeah,
new one, right?
I think the first turret's junk. I don't know.
I looked at it. Actually, what I wanted to see is how hard it is to play these tanks as stock. Like that's one of the things I usually look at.
Well, the answer is stock is always painful.
Yeah, but actually, I think on some of these, most of these, I would say, it's not that bad. The gun is pretty good. Even the less punchy, the stock gun is pretty good. And then the turrets are pretty good as well. On this one, I think, if I remember correctly.
I mean, look at the length of that gun. It's just ridiculous.
I think I looked at...
Where have you gone
this?
now? Where have you gone now?
I just wanted to see this. So it's actually... See, it still has quite a bit of armor there. Right? And obviously, I don't know about the shape, but...
Well, put it on and have a look at it.
That's true.
I mean, you'll soon see the problem.
Ah, yeah, the incompatible.
Yeah.
Let's use this one.
You got to put the base gun on.
Yeah, you need the base gun.
You never do this. It's because you've got one of those accounts where you got those accounts where everything's free, right?
That looks very different, right?
I can't believe that anyone's going to run it like that.
I mean, someone is going to run it like that.
Someone's going to run a tier 8 with a tier 7 gun with a turret like that. In that case, they need some money. That's my view. That's a bit rough, that is.
A little bit of PXP at least,
well,
right?
What I always use the logic of you grind to unlock the tank, and then you free XP to get
That's
it,
what I did.
get
That's
it through the module.
However, I actually have a lot of experience like being a free-to-play player because that's how I started out.
Right.
So I played a lot of stock tanks. I know how it is. That's one of the reasons why I see a tank stock. How does it look? And this one, if I am not mistaken, let's go back a little bit because
you have stock tank love.
I think I just want to know
I
how it is.
Somebody has to.
So look at it. It actually is not bad. That's a reasonable gun, I would say, even for me.
Well, so you scratch an interesting point, which is I think quite a lot of the relatively recent tanks we put in have been pretty well spec'd. I think we've been doing a pretty good job on that. But anyway,
okay,
after that we go back in time and we go to the 50 TP because why not? And here they start just. I mean, it's getting you ready for the tier 10. So it's center turreted, which is kind of British, which is that's hard work. Alpha Pen and DPM on this are all great. Once again, sluggish. You're at the lower end of accuracy and aim time, but because of the way tier 9s are balanced and tier 10s are balanced, the spread across the entire range is much lower. So when you're playing a game at the lower tiers, the spreads are sort of all over the place. Then they really tighten up around about early mid tiers, and then they go crazy 8 bonkers on the 7/8s, and the spread's all over the place. But the 9s and the 10s, the spread's actually pretty tight. So although you're on the lower end, I think the entire spread's only 19 points. So you're not massively out for having it. And the same thing happens to the aim time. I think the aim time's 2.75 with the Top Gun.
The Top Gun should be 3, I think.
Is it 3?
Are we actually using the Top Gun? Yes.
Yeah. So the aim time's a little rough, but again, it's not too bad. The Object 257, for instance, sort of sits round about the same place. So it is still competitive, but it's there's going to be some pain. The tracks are really
this is the point where I would maybe actually do something like this.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd put that
actually,
on
I'm
anyway.
going to do that if I play this one.
Well, I mean, when you run with your heavies, I mean, because it's a heavy, right? So it's not like. So when you're running your filthy mediums, you spec them what for vision?
Yeah, this is what we talked about, right? Sometimes I do because people like some of our streamers, they are like all about vision, like optics, because you have to maximize your view range, spot for yourself, and everything like that. So sometimes I do.
Spot for yourself because you're farming damage.
Yes,
you're a stat pattern.
come on, yes.
Yeah, okay,
especially at the end of the game, right? You need to do that.
No,
you just mix it up.
Justify it.
So yes, or actually I spec for gun stats, right? Because you want to be as accurate, as less aim timey as possible, and everything.
So you got the vert stabilizer on, which is one of those wonderfully bizarro pieces of equipment where we don't actually say what it does. We sort of say what it does, we don't really say what it does.
You have to go to the wiki.
Yeah, you got to have that. So ultimately, it brings the initial aiming circle in at the beginning. So it's like having like a
basically start out better than initially.
Yes, a little better, but does help you if you're shooting while turning, or if you're shooting on the move.
It's only when you're
true fact. Tanks that are fast with fast turret traverse are automatically bad at aiming because of the way the numbers crunch.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird. Like you go because just because of the way the dispersion works and the rest of it. So it's weird. So yeah. So I mean, you're central. The tracks aren't helping you. Some of the armor is a bit dubious. The gun's a little slow, although it packs a punch. And so, although it's in the spread range, it's all right. It's all right, is my view on that.
I played it.
It's all right. Yeah, all right. And that's because the tier 10's more than all right.
Yeah, the tier 10
I'm very unhappy about this tier 10.
But by the way, whoever played this, look at the stats. It's
71%.
But then this is 43. But I'm pretty sure there are only a couple of matches on this one. This one is really nice.
I both love and dislike this tank in equal measure, but for different reasons. Right, so what you've got here is a sort of an E100 meets sort of Soviet/British madness. Let's look at the gun on that thing. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I love it.
The Alpha is utterly insane. The turret is the upper end of the turret range. The view range, bizarrely, is pretty solid for a heavy. it's a semi-super heavy. That's what it basically is. The gun reload and aiming times are a little sluggish, though weirdly better than the E100, which is, you know, we should all be hanging our head in shame for that.
I know that you don't like that. That's
No, I don't like that. I'm generally very upset with where the German tanks are currently tracking.
We're going to have some questions about it later on, right? And
well,
then
so obviously I played the British line, and the British line is like experimental meets terrible. So you can either play experimental tanks or terrible tanks. And so at some point I had to decide to move to another line, otherwise I was going to lose the will to live. And so I switched to the French line, only to discover that it's got lots of tanks sort of the same, the middle's really painful, and then it's skill-based autoloader. So I jumped off that line. I was like, I'm not really doing too well. British, French, no good. So I tried the American line.
So what's wrong with that one?
Well, they're just middling. They're just in the middle of that.
We actually talked about this. The Mets are good.
Yeah, but they were fine, but it was like middling, and I was like, no, I wanted some more characters. So then I ended up on the German line, and I had a blast on the German line.
Okay.
I was doing really, really well. I was wandering around trying all sorts of things out. I ended up with a Borsig, and I had my Tiger. I think I had exactly the same experience every single World of Tanks player has with a Tiger. Which is you go, ooh, it's a Tiger, it's a Tiger, it's a Tiger, I should get a Tiger. And you have to go through all these stupid VK nonsense, and they're all horrible and rubbish, and they don't do anything, they don't turn, and they're crap. And you get your Tiger, and you go, I've got a Tiger, here I go, and then you go out, and you get killed. And you go out, you get killed, and you go out, and you get killed. And so you spend all your XP, and then you get the ATA, and then you go out and you get killed. Okay. And then out of desperation, because you've got a Tiger, and you're thinking, why is it crap? You end up finding out what to do with it. You either go on a wiki, or you talk to someone else, or if someone finds you attempting to end your existence in the world, and someone goes, oh, no, the thing with the Tiger is you sit at the back, so and you shoot like that. You don't play it like a heavy. And then, no, it's true, then every person I know who has a Tiger bifurcates. One group just move on. Because what they want is a Tiger 2 so they can really hate themselves. And then they feel really bad about it, right?
Wow.
But another group sticks with the Tiger. And you grind through it, and then eventually, all of a sudden the Tiger clicks. And once it clicks, once you go, oh, now I understand how this tank plays, then it's full Tiger love.
The funny thing is, I actually like the Tiger from the start, because it fits my playstyle, right? And then I like the Tiger too as well.
Stat padding, damage farming. You probably did, because you were in the back, right?
Let the people who like taking damage go forward, and then you help them, you assist.
I found the Tiger P easier to play at the start than the Tiger.
I love the Tiger P as well.
Yeah, and then I found the Tiger 1 better than the Tiger P.
I still can't decide.
Once I learned how to play the Tiger.
I think they're both really good. Honestly, if I had to choose, I would probably go for the Tiger 1, which is weird. The Tiger P I have really good stats on. I liked it.
I like the Tiger P. And then I had a Panther, and I had to get, you know, you got a Panther, and basically at this point you're a medium to long range sniping with an enormous gun. And I had to learn to ignore the people in chat who don't understand how the Panther works, and they're there going, what are you doing back here? Get out there.
Exactly.
Go out and kill things. And I'm like, no, I don't think you understand. If I go out there, I'm dead. I don't have armor. I'm covered in leaves. Leaves that have been painted to look like armor. And of course, the Panther's quite pacey. And so you got to be careful, because if you go running off, you're in the wrong place to get killed. So there I was on the German line. And I got the Tiger 2, dreadful. And then I got the E75, and I love the E75. And I ran around in that. I had a whale of a time. And I kept seeing these E100s, and I got very excited, and I was like, oh man, I want one of them. The things with the bar on top of its head. You know, it's like it's wearing a Walkman. I was like, I want one of them. That looks great. And look at that big gun, and look how flat it is. And oh, I want one of them. And it's a Brawler King, right? And it's like King Brawler. And so I got my E100. I had to learn that crazy turn the turret in between shooting.
Yeah. I'm
obviously,
I'm a bit shaky on that one still.
Side scraping, lots of side scraping. But now, I'm not sure my Tiger 2's doing much. I'm not sure my E75's up to much. And I'm not sure that the beatific brawling E100 is actually holding its own. If you still side scrape brawl, and you know what you're doing, and you want to spam your heat shells, you know, sure. But that raw threat, it's an E100, get out of the way. Not helped, by the way, when we rejigged the mouse and, you know, gave the mouse offensive capability that was generous. Let's go for the word generous.
Okay.
And also not helped, in my opinion, by adding the Panzer 7 thing in the middle. I don't like there being, like, there's the extreme of the mouse, which is like a survivability heavy. It's used for people who don't mind getting shot at.
Like you.
Yeah, well, you know, people who, I draw threat, right? You go draw threat, and you can wrap that. And then you have the E100, which is like the brawling version of it. But now you have this, like, middle one that can sort of do a bit of both, and sort of makes me sad. So I'd like to see us, you know, spend some time going through the Germans and making them cool and giving them much love. We gave a lot of love to the Russians. And it's Gamescom. By the way, well done on offering an eagle during Gamescom. That's well, smart move. Here we are in the heart of Germany with the biggest German show known to man, and we're trying to push an American tank that beat up Panthers in Cologne.
Okay, so how do I defend ourselves here? You know, it actually fought here. It is actually relevant. I tried. No, come on.
Well, I also like the fact that some of the historical people were like, they didn't really fight the Panther. That's all nonsense. And I'm like, really? We're going to get into the propaganda of war? But you know, more German tanks is a good idea. And fixing the British line, that would be a good idea too. Anyway, let's get back to the Tier 10 Polish one.
All right, let's go for it.
So here we are with this sort of E100 British/Russian hybridy thing, and it's good. It's a good tank. It's so good that I go, great, let's give some love to German super heavy. So I'm quite happy about it, because I can now go and have an argument with people and go, honestly, can I give some German love now?
You're actually answering a lot of people's questions here, because a lot of people are asking us, obviously, we are in Germany. Like, are we doing something for the Germans? So maybe that actually means that at some point we are looking at them.
What we have been doing is quantifying and tidying up a lot of stuff. If you go to the British line, a good example of where we've been off. So for the people who don't remember, don't care or whatever, we used to have a really wacky British heavy line. So we gave you the Churchill 1, otherwise known as a bad Churchill 3.
Yeah.
We then gave you a Churchill 7, which as soon as you give it a decent gun can't hit anything that's more than 3 degrees out of whack, and takes 6 weeks to go around a corner. We then gave you the Black Prince, which used to be really cool because it had that crazy front armor, and it was like the only tank that could take a... You could theoretically charge down a T-29 when it was reloading and have a chance of being okay, as long as you kept your front at it. And so you zigzag slowly like a house brick, right, across the battlefield. But then we moved it to HD, and when we moved it to HD, we reprofiled the armor. We decided that the armor should be made out of paper.
You sound like someone who had a lot of trauma, happened to
well, you know, so the reason that's important is because if you're going on the British line, the Churchill 1 was like, it was okay but not great. The Churchill 7 was not great, and now the Black Prince is rough. Then you used to get the Carnarvon. The Carnarvon, but before we fixed it, the Carnarvon played nothing like the Black Prince and nothing like the Conqueror. It basically played like a sort of, it was a Centurion that had eaten a lot of donuts.
Yeah, that's a fair description.
Right? And it used to have, and its turret was very, very wonky. Then you got to the Conqueror, which was by far the best one on the line, and then you got the sort of like wacky FV215B heavy, which for the people who don't remember, it was a rear-mounted boom gun, and it was a side-scraping mid-range sniper. And so, just as an experience going down that line, you had okay, not okay, miserable, completely different, good, weird, right?
Okay.
And that's, it's not really a great experience. And so now that it's been tidied up, the Carnarvon effectively plays a lot more like the Conqueror, and the Conqueror now goes to the Super Conqueror to like the perfection of that deal. And what we call that is a narrative line, and we call it like a developing narrative.
Oh.
And the break in the narrative comes after the Black Prince, when you move from that sort of heavy infantry assault, slow-moving tank, spamming shells, and you move to that sort of main battle tank, mid-range support whole tank that the British line gets. And we started to think about tidying up all the lines along that and saying, well, where have we got other lines where they're a bit wonky or they don't make any sense, or and if you go to the Russian line, that's what we did with the rear-mounted mediums. Same sort of thing, where we're like, well, there should be some sort of viable narrative that you can follow. And they're not always perfect, but you can at least see where the thinking level's coming. And the ISU 152, there was a really big argument about that, because we had that tank, and it was the Russian TD you got that made up for the misery of getting to that Russian TD. So, you know, you got to that sort of 6.7s, and they were all right, but they weren't great. But you knew you were going to get this monster, and you were like, "Oh, I'm very excited! I'm going to get this monster. It's going to be great." Then you got it, and then you realised that without the BL-10, it wasn't going to work, and it cost a fortune. So now you had to grind it. But then you finally got this BL-10, and now all of a sudden you have this sort of absurd TD. But there were a couple of things about it that happened. The first thing that happened is there was an impression that this tank was a monster. When actually statistically, I mean, over hundreds of thousands of games, it actually isn't. It's not a good tank to secure your win rate. But what it is at the right game, in the right moment, with the right enemies, it makes you giggle. And you enjoy life again. So there was this big worry that somehow it was wacky, and there was also this big worry that why would you go to the 9 and the 10? Because you've got the ISU 152. Why would you bother going? And so we had to go through and make the 704 and the 268 actually worthwhile. And people who don't remember, they were a bit challenging, you know.
I like this one actually.
The 704 wasn't too bad, but certainly the tier 10 was a bit lackluster, and so that meant we had to change the BL-10, and we had to take it off the ISU 152.
I was a bit salty about that one.
I was a bit sore about it, and we had a very long debate about it. But I think where we ended, the gun we've actually got on it is the D4S. Actually, it still does the same job, and weirdly, the stats haven't changed. It's still this sort of wacky at the right time, the right moment. But then what we saw was that the tier 10 started to be unlocked and used in battle, which was cool. So that then meant that the second line we had to go and have a look at, and that was the high mobility TD line, and that line was just dead. Like, no one was going down it at all, because everyone was off to get the 152.
So the lines I haven't even started.
Yeah, it was absolutely dead. And so we had to go through it, and that caused all sorts of trouble, because we had tanks that didn't make sense. It was the same problem with the Carnarvon, and we actually ended up retiring the tank. And then we made a really weird, well, I think it's weird, but I mean, it was made with a good heart. We made a weird choice, is that we dropped the 163 down, which was brought down because it was the only way of getting the 10 in, right? But I think it's always sad when you change a tier of a tank, right? Because, you know, people love their tanks. And I think if you're one of those people who actually went through the 263 and you were playing it, you do lament that it got moved. I remember when we moved the T-34, that got moved. You know, people are just weird when a tank gets moved down. But we moved it down because we couldn't figure out how to get the 2684 in to get the 10 sorted out, and so that made that line make more sense. With the one notable exception that when we balanced it and put it into Commons Test, and the very fierce players played it, we misunderstood, which was our own fault. We misunderstood what was going to happen when the fierce players got it in standard randoms with people like me. And, you know, the mobility kind of high.
Yes.
The frontal armor kind of good. The boom rate as a short-range support dirt kind of massive. And, you know, plague on our houses that was some tough times.
I remember the forums back then, yes.
And it was a self-inflicted wound. We should, hopefully, I've got it written down at work and stuck on a wall.
Oh, really?
Don't do that again.
Nice.
So hopefully we can get it figured out. And we can put it in. But that idea of tidying up, then that's why also the T10 moved down. It was a narrative. We had the IS-3 and the IS-7, but the T10 sort of sat in the middle, and it isn't really like the IS-3 or the IS-7. It sort of plays like a sort of speedy medium heavy hybrid. And so, there was all sorts of options. We could take it away. It's like, no, don't take it away. We could drop it down a tier. Oh, for God's sake, don't drop it down a tier. And so, I think the solution was actually pretty good. We splintered it off, and then we waited to figure out what it would lead to, which is the 277. And then we dropped the 257 in there, and then finished that narrative line, which I think helps it up. So what I think we should do is just continue with that sort of good housekeeping and go back through the other nations we've got to do, think about the narrative, think about tidying it up, think about making it feel more cohesive. I'd love to do some tidying up with the tech trees. It's much harder than it should be because of the way our tech tree code works. But we're going to do a project. We're doing a project right now where I'm looking at the tech tree splits, what leads to what, why things cost what they cost, why modules work, and we're trying to find out if we can get to a good, workable solution that will make the tech trees better, warmer, happier, and slightly more cohesive for people, along the lines of the narratives, which of course is easy to do when they're thin, hard to do when they're not. HE shells, I should talk about that because everyone gets upset about it. People aren't really upset about HE shells, they're upset about the Type 4, Type 5. And the reason they're upset about the Type 4, Type 5 is because it's effectively, if you spend a lot of money, you get an immediate damage buff, and therefore you're forcing people to do it. And the second reason people get very upset is because low-skill players can accidentally hurt high-skill players with no skill whatsoever. They go around a corner, they go bang, and a high-skill player goes, my lord, yes. I just got very, very hurt. In fact, you don't like them.
Yes, they hurt me.
So we're aware of it, and we do need to sort it out, but we've got to be very careful just going in and just changing our tank. What we have to do is clarify the thinking about the ammo types. And what we should do, and we are doing, is have a proper internal debate and ideas, concepts and testing about all the ammo types. What are they doing? Why are they there? What are they supposed to achieve? From my opinion, what do they cost? What's their spread? What's the differential? And it's part of the project work we're doing. So hopefully we'll get to sanity, not just on the Type 4, Type 5 HE, but on HE in general, so that players can at least see a consistency and logic that doesn't just either mean you got to spend, or they're sort of, it's like an instant damage, instant win button. Although to be fair to the people who are survivability people, because I know you skill people don't like us, sometimes the only joy you have when you're moving slowly towards the enemy and losing is to giggle maniacally when you fire a shot and take half his health away. It's like your only joy I had at that. I mean, so I'm not fully on your side that we need to fix all the stupid things, but we'll get to it. So there you are. What were the other things you wanted to ask me?
Oh yeah, we have a couple of questions, but we are so in the heat of it, so maybe the video is going to help me a little bit and put the questions up. So we had a question that I think you mostly answered because it was about German tanks. It was Hate Machine 8 who asked it, and the question was: any plans on updating the German tanks? Have the feeling that the introduction of the Polish tanks will make the situation worse. Was that exactly what you said?
Well,
that you are afraid of a little bit?
So what happens over time is a tank tree starts to decay, because other tanks come along and the game mechanics change and the meta changes and all that sort of happens. And when you have a really complicated tree, German, Russian, to some extent the American, it can be quite daunting to go in and look at them. And we've just done a load of Russian stuff. So it's probably time to go back and look at our other Uber trees and just make sure that the narratives of what we're trying to achieve with those tanks is still valid. And so it means, writing down what the tank's supposed to do and then looking at how that tank is actually performing and what does it mean for the numbers and the rest of it. So if you take the E100, it's supposed to be the super heavy brawler. This is the German super heavy brawler. So what is currently stopping it or hurting it from achieving that goal, and what can we do about it and refresh it? So, we do go to all the trees, and the German tree is in need of some love.
Okay.
And that's well known, by the way. That's not like I say it and they go, well, he said it. It's like I'm in meetings all the time when we talk about what it is we want to do. There's very much a belief that as we get the narratives clarified and we get the progression clarified, we visit the tanks and we sort out how they can perform to what they want. And there's an agreement the German line needs looking at. And the E75 in particular.
Yes.
I love my E75 and it should be more Uber.
So actually there's a question about that. It's number 7 on my screen. Maybe the video team can put it up. It's Pedro Alpha 97 asking, any chance that we can see the E75 line splitting into 2-tier heavies so that we can have the bigger, meaner E75?
Oh God, I don't know. I'm not sure we need more tier 10s. Or does he mean 2 tier 975s?
I think the initial idea was that yes, there would be 2 tier 10s, one E75 like a super one, and then there's the E100 like next to it basically.
Well, I'm usually not against more 75s, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure more 10s is the way to go. German line's pretty stocked on them. What else you got?
Let's see. There is one that kind of ties into what you were discussing. Are there any plans to buff all tier 10 vehicles, which is kind of, I think, part of the process when you are looking back at the older, bigger lines, right? But buff, I mean, that changed,
right now, I think there's much more importance to sort out 7/8s. Like, one of the issues you have, and the reason people get angry about Matchmaker, is the 9s are balanced pretty strongly to be viable, at least viable against 10s. But by speccing the 9s like that, it leaves a gap between the 9s and the 8s. And so if you're in a battle and you're a 7, so it's a 7 has got some ground to catch up on an 8, and then some more ground to catch up on the 9, but the 9s are basically spec'd to get close to 10, so you've got this sort of drop off. And it's done all sorts of strange things to the game. It's made the 8 play really weird, like the amount of 8s on population, the 8 premiums. It leads to the very strong demand for preferential matchmaking to stay on premium tanks. Not because they like preferential matchmaking, but because they just don't want to face 10s, right? I mean, which is completely reasonable. And so I think sorting out the 8s, making sure the 8s can roll up to the 9s, but also the 7s can roll up to the 8s and the 6s and the 5s. Like, I think figuring that power wave out is much more important than fiddling with the 10s. And the 10s, I think, they're not bad. I mean, what terrible 10s have we got now?
terrible. Well, I don't know about terrible, but IS4, for example, compared to the IS7.
Yeah, but the IS4 sits on that crazy survivability line. So it's, you know, KV3, KV4, STI, IS4. I mean, if you go down that line, I don't think you're expecting to find a super skilled mega tank at the end of it, because all the tanks up to that aren't that way. It's sort of like it's like getting a mouse. It's like it is what it is. And again, I'm not sure that I would invest the time there, a lot of time there, if instead the answer could be make 8s more pleasing for more people. Like, you always got to think about utility. What's the best way of making the most people happy? Is it just the IS4 and then trying to fix that line, or is it actually strongly trying to fix a problem? Okay. So, but that's my view. As always, we have a product group. They're very smart. You go up, you make your argument, and then they go through the argument, and then you place it into what we can achieve, when we can achieve it. Then we roll it out. Like, you don't win everything. I've been banging on about colorblind mode for 3 years, and I still can't get colorblind mode in the garage. So, you know, sometimes you can't get what you want. You can't always get what you want.
Okay. Somewhat different question. It's from MMV Mustang. Is it possible in the future to buy special tanks with bonds? I always get a lot of questions for bonds. So
bonds is Andrei Beletsky, our creative director, who was on your stream.
Exactly, Wednesday.
Bonds are basically his baby, and he has long wanted to have somebody in the game that was matched against commitment. He wanted it to be matched against commitment. And he has this big, long super plan of all these wonderful things Bonds can do, which would include things like tanks you can unlock, or customization, camo, and all this crazy stuff that sounds great. But you've got to be very careful. And so what you have to do is you've got to roll the system out slowly, and you've got to watch what the system does, and then you've got to figure out whether you're going to break anything. And so right now, bonds are pretty much only belong to people who do aggressive competitive rank battles. Those people out-bond score everybody.
Huh.
Right?
Yes,
if you're like me, and all I do is play randoms and I unlock tanks, I have a pitifully small amount of bonds.
Yeah.
Right? So he has lots of things that he wants to do for how people like me can get some bonds. You've seen a couple of them. They've added them into medals, and they've added them into some events, and they've added them into some awards. And I think as we roll forward and you can get bonds through commitment that isn't just uber aggressive tier 10s, then you start getting the ability to use bonds to do more interesting things. And things like, could I ultimately go to a bond shop and ultimately go in and buy a tank? I don't see any reason we wouldn't do that if everything else is equal.
Okay.
But when are we doing it? How are we doing it? What tanks we're going to have there? Personally, I'd put in all the tanks I can't buy.
Okay.
There's loads of tanks I can't get.
I think actually the question was exactly about that we are going to make those tanks available.
I think all the tanks that you can't get should be available in the game. I take my money.
Okay. Let's see what we have here. Oh, there's a specific question. I know that you like these balancing questions. So there is one for the Czech tanks. The TVP VTU is terrible. Is there anything that we are going to do with it? Like, for example, introduce an autoloader mechanics
The tier 10?
Yes. No, actually, I don't think so. No, this is the premium, I think.
Oh,
let's find this one.
You have to remind me, because
maybe I am.
I have so many people who
that's the squad that I was
angry.
thinking. Oh no, it's the tier 8.
Oh, it's the 8.
I don't really,
oh no, I agree. Yes, no, the 8's a pain tank.
Okay, I remember this one.
Yeah, no, it's a pain tank. I agree with you.
So you want to have an autoloader for this one? No, not so much.
Well, so all tanks can't be great, right? They just can't. Otherwise, we haven't got a game. Some tanks aren't great, and sometimes you'll be on a line and you'll be faced with a tank that you've got to get through, and it's not particularly good. And that's just the nature of the beast. What I'm more concerned about, if you go to the American line, I don't like it when we have multiple challenging tanks. So the M3 Lee at tier 4, not a great tank. But if you somehow get through it and you haven't uninstalled the game, you get the T1 Heavy. Not a great tank. But if somehow you manage to muscle through that, you get the M6. Not a great tank. And that's 3 tanks in a row that you got murdered on. If you finally get the T29, and at that point, until you get the 120mm and the Mickey Mouse ear turret, you're still not really getting anywhere. And then you still have to hide your body. So that's like 3 tanks in a row that are terrible, and then a T29, which is, you know, a very particular playstyle. So I think things like that, you know, are good examples of us having a good look and saying, well, what are we trying to achieve? What is that actually doing? I think the odd one, because I mean, you can't be complaining. So the TVP 5051, great.
Yep.
The T50, that's, I mean, you're the medium player. What do you think?
I like these.
Like both of those.
I didn't like this one, to be honest, but I like these two.
No, I mean, I think the 8's a little painful.
And it's like tier 9 mediums in general are good, I think, in my books. You know? They achieve what I want them to achieve.
Yeah, well, but I mean, the world is full of it. If you go to the German line, the Tiger 2, it's kind of painful. Panther 2, kind of painful. You know, whereas you get the Borsig, which is at the same level, which is great. The J Panther 2 and the Ferdinand, both great. You know, the VK4202A, little painful, but the VK101P,
oh, that's
what a monster tank that is. So, you know, it's sort of, it swings and roundabouts. And if you go to, well, you go to the American, well, so if you go to the Russian line, because I mean, KV4 probably. Yeah, KV4 is challenging.
And these two I don't really like. STI, awesome.
Yeah, but so the KV4 can be kind of challenging. The T44, if you don't know what you're doing,
yep,
is kind of challenging.
That is not bad.
The SU-101, kind of challenging, but not super challenging. The 416, that's a skill tank. If you're not prepared to put the skill in it, you're doomed. So, you know, sometimes you do get duff tanks. I mean, the Russian line also has the absurd, did you get the KV-1? Well, now you've got to get the KV-1S before you can get the KV-85. I mean, that's hardly rational. But, you know, unlucky. Sometimes you got to go round a tank to get to a good tank. So I don't see us rushing to change the one bad tank in that line or that thing. I do see us having to have a long conversation about groups of tanks that are appalling. Like the French line, I mean, I think there is a very, very good argument that there's some madness in here. It is tough. The French line is tough. The D1, D2, B1 is sort of kind of all right, but then you get the H35 Soma, Sorrel 42, G1R. God, Lord only knows. But then the BDR RL44 AMX M445. I mean, that tests the patience of a really nice person. Never mind someone who's desperate. And then at that point, the French then get their autoloaders, which is skill. So, you know, that's hard. Their TD line's the same. You know, the Sal 40, not a friend to anyone. And the Arl V39 is just horrible. And then you've got the really ugly, we talked about it earlier, the S35CA, which is a great tank.
It is.
If you stay right at the back, use the gun depression correctly, and don't get spotted.
And there's this crazy gun on it.
Because it's got the crazy gun on it, yeah. So, you know, sometimes there are bad tanks. You just got to live with it. And the British line is another good example where, you know, the Cromwell, tier 6 medium. So that's probably the best assault flanker medium at tier 6.
Yes.
So what you have to do is say, well, is that okay? Is it okay for the... And you go, well, if it is okay, then don't worry that there are other tier 6 mediums that aren't as good as the Cromwell. No. It's okay for the Cromwell to be the best assault flanker medium, because it just happens to be the best. And to be fair, look what it's next to. 88, dreadful. Churchill gun carriage, a joke. Churchill 7, really painful. Firefly, TD in disguise, play at the back. Achilles, what you get if you've got a terrible Wolverine. I mean, and then the FE304, which since we made it twice the size, is half the fun. So, it's not like the British Tier 6 line is awash with super success. And then you move to the Comet, and the Comet is really more of the same as the Cromwell, and isn't the dominant Tier 7 medium. But that's okay, because then you get Centurions, and the Centurions play great. Although I know a lot of medium players, and maybe you're the same. What do you think of the Centurions?
I like them, all of them.
Like all of them?
Yes.
You don't think they should fire faster and be more mobile?
Well, I didn't like the Centurion 1 too much, but I like the Tier 9 and the Tier 10.
That's like the #1 complaint that I get from skill medium players.
I know.
They all want the Centurion to be
honestly
more mobile and
like
faster.
And everyone says that I'm crazy, but I like it. Because I like the pattern, I like this. It's a bit different, but
Well, and it's the way it goes. The British turretless TD line is another, lesson in sadomasochism. The AT2, it's playable. You go forward slowly and spam shells. The AT8, kind of playable, but it's no fun. With the AT7, using the reverse number logic, unless you're turning a left-hand corner in an urban area, you're toast. The AT15, not as good as the AT15A, which drives me crazy. Like, why is the premium 1 tier down better than that? That drives you mad. You got to get all the way to the Tortoise before you start getting somewhere. So, sometimes lines are painful.
Okay, fair enough. I think I don't actually have more time for questions, because we have another segment coming up.
Good, I was trying to run the clock down. Did I stall enough?
Yes, you did.
We do love tanks. Well. I love tanks. You love tanks. We all love tanks. And we are genuinely attempting to make them better. It does take too long. It's a live game. With all the machinery's going, it's hard to pull the game out. No one is on purpose trying to put super OP tanks or terrible tanks into the game. We're genuinely not. You can't always tell how the tanks are going to mesh, but there is a genuine desire to make make tanks characterful and make tanks make sense and make tanks work. Honestly, I know it doesn't look like that at times, but it's true.
That's very good to hear, actually. And I know that everyone knows this, I hope, deep down, right? But sometimes people just need to hear, how you guys think about it a little bit more, I think. That was really good that you actually shared all of this, even though, we were not showing that much gameplay, but I think that people enjoyed that even more than me playing. Just,
I love the way you say that when you can't actually see any of the replies. For all you know, they've been calling for us to be murdered for the last hour.
Well, I assume that even if people who were
well, it's all right.
Gameplay,
they're all watching Quickie Baby anyway.
That's true,
There's
exactly.
no one watching what we're doing.
But
so
on the other hand, they can always go back to this and okay, so this is what Paul thinks about tanks.
Well, it's a collective effort. It's Andrei Beletsky is a wonderful, wonderful creative director. The Balance team are really hardworking people, really desperate. Everyone's really hardworking. Everyone's trying to make a good game, and it comes through debate, voting, what resources we've got, when we can roll them out, how it makes sense, and a genuine desire to make tanks awesome. I love tanks. I love playing. I work on it, and I play on it, and I play all the time. I've got seven accounts. I'm up to 35,000 battles. I just clocked my 1,000th battle in my Cruiser 4. I play loads of medium and low tiers. Like I don't play a lot of the 8, 9, 10s. Not because I don't like them.
I play them.
But because a lot of people in the dev team play 8, 9, 10. We have a lot of brain power on 8, 9, 10. And I'm the person who makes arguments for, trying to help out 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I desperately want us to solve or make good progress on 7, 8s, gold ammunition, tech tree unlocks, costings, logic, and colorblind mode. Did I mention colorblind mode?
Yes, you did.
Right.
So guys, before we hand over, I just wanted to remind you that we had a really cool interview on Wednesday with Andrei Beletsky about other stuff as well.
Glorious Leader.
Check it out, exactly.
Always listen to Glorious Leader, because whereas I'm supposition, he's reality. So always listen to Andrei.
And we actually learned a lot from that Wednesday interview, I think. So check it out. And now I'm going to go away a little bit, and I'm going to be over the other side soon. So thank you very much
You're
for
going to be
joining me.
stat padding, right?
No, this time I'm just going to
He's a
fanboy.
liar.
I'm going to be fanboying because we're going to have someone from Sabaton there.
Oh, the mighty Sabaton.
Exactly.
Yes. You know, you can actually go inside that tank with the camera, and their album covers are on the inside of the thing. Did you know that?
I saw that in the video. That
Yeah.
we might actually be showing that video later on.
That's kind of
I'm
cool.
not sure.
I like that tank because when we put it in, I talked to Andre and I said, well, can I have all these improvements on the Centurion line?
Yes,
and
exactly.
so we moved all the improvements on the Centurion line, and my Centurions got better. So I was very happy with the Sabaton tank.
I was very happy about that as well because it's a really cool tank and I like the band, you know, so.
It's a double win. Well, he's off to listen to loud music. I'm off to get some headache pills and water.
Because Gamescom, you know, last day.
Because Gamescom.
It's a lot of fun. It's also really loud. So thank you very much, Paul.
Pleasure.
Guys, we are going to be over there soon.
It's the nature of time that the always must give in. It's the nature of time that the new ways comes in sin.
What is happening? Stuff is happening. Yay!
So they obscured the unnecessary part of the stream.
I'm not sure what happened there.
You can go, fella.
Hey, are we on? Yes, we are on. Okay. So apparently we messed up something with the video. Hey guys, unfortunately we cannot see ourselves.
Yes.
Oh, well, I can see myself.
Good for you, Par. You are the only one.
I think that for as long as players can see you on our stream, they're going to be satisfied whatever we give them. Will they?
All right.
Hopefully.
So, Sal, I think that you actually have something for our players, right?
Yes. I only but guys, I have a very special bonus code to tell you, and I can say it's just a mission that will be fun, that will be completed and will reward you with the best resources that you have in the game. Moreover, if you activate it, you might be eligible to win 50 to be or 7 or 1 year premium account.
I hope he actually got that, guys, because I couldn't hear Sal, but it should be fine.
Hopefully you could hear what I'm saying. Hopefully. We are having a bit of technical problems because it is traditional at this point that we do.
Well, it's very loud around here at the moment.
So apparently, Sal's mic is not working, so I'm just going to give you mine. There you go.
Yay, now you can hear me. So yeah, assuming that you didn't hear what I said just right now, I'm gonna repeat. Do not worry. I'm gonna pass you my mic. We will not leave you alone. Like we're gonna come your way. We're gonna take care of our friendly part of the neighbor. So I was saying, if you activate a very special code that we're about to give you, you will unlock a mission inside of the game, and if you complete it, you will earn the best personal reserves that we have. Moreover, if you activate it, you will be eligible to be randomly selected and win a 50 TP, or an Eagle 7, or 1 year of premium account. So it's very cool stuff. Actually, we have 5 of each tank and 3 years of premium account eligible for you to win. So, soon. Are we going to give it soon?
I'm pretty sure that the video team is going to put it up in the next couple of minutes. So guys, be prepared to just go to World of Tanks EU, log in.
Oh, there it is!
Oh, there you go. You can already see it. So all you need to do, go to World of Tanks EU, log in with your account. Upper right corner, you can have activate bonus code. You click it, and then you put this code in, and you will get the mission, and you will get the chance to get one of those prizes as well. Okay.
Very cool prizes. Remember, guys.
Also, we still have all the physical stuff that we are giving away, all the really cool prizes from different.
Do we want to have another rundown of our mythical giveaway?
Maybe we can do that. But I also want to introduce our guest, because we kind of forgot in the middle of all these technical difficulties. So sorry about that part. But the good thing is that everyone knows, I think.
Hopefully people know this one is off. So, well, thank you for having us again. And I have a great time here at Gamescom this year as well.
The funny thing is that you and me, we actually met 1 year ago, right?
That's true, that's true.
And it was really cool for me, because I was already fanboying out, you know, because I liked Sabaton, so I had a really good time talking to you guys. And now I'm back with you.
Yes, and now we're wrapping it up, I guess, for this year's Gamescom. So
exactly, this is the last couple of minutes, basically, the last 20 minutes of Gamescom. A lot of people are still queuing up, I think, and there is a huge show going on behind us. That's why it's hard for us to hear each other sometimes. But after this is going to be at the end of Gamescom. But we had a lot of fun. You actually tried out a lot of things here, right?
Yes, I've been here for a couple of days and met a lot of fantastic people and tried a lot of interesting things.
Have you managed to play World of Tanks?
I get to play World of Tanks a lot, and I have the VR World of Tanks next door, so...
You know what? I actually did my research. I went to your vlogs, and I saw that you actually did something really cool. You actually played World of Tanks on the big screen on your tour, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're carrying video screens and video productions when we're touring, and I might as well use it for something fun and not just for the audience. So, and one day I decided to steal it for myself, and I don't know how often World of Tanks is played on such a screen, but it's pretty big.
We have one really big one here, and sometimes they are playing on it, but that's not very often, honestly.
True.
Okay, and was it during the tour? Was it just for your own pleasure, or was someone watching?
There was during the sound check.
Ah, okay.
But it's pretty powerful when you plug in a stadium PA and play the game.
That's cool. The other thing I also read there is just a random thing, but you actually jumped out of an airplane.
Yes, that's a parachute thing.
Wow, okay, that's really cool.
Yeah, I loved it.
I just liked watching this.
Yeah, I wanted to do it for a long time, and I get the chance to do it now, so it was good.
Okay, that's cool. The other thing that I saw that you tried out, which is also cool, or maybe not as cool as jumping out of an airplane, was our AR thing, right?
Yeah, I tried it earlier today. I was really excited about it, and it was something you had last year. You had also some things which you didn't show up here, and I didn't have a chance to look at it then, but now I get to see AR. I never seen anything similar before. VR I have, and I play VR at my home. There we are, there's me. So VR I play at home.
Really?
Yes, I do. I have the Vive.
And have you tried out the VR thing? Because we also have the VR setup.
That I was able to try last year.
Oh, okay.
And the tanks I was able to try at your office.
And would this be something actually that you would be interested in, the AR thing for yourself? If this would be available at home, is AR something that you think would actually enhance your gaming experience?
I think done correctly, it will definitely. I mean, VR is still not there yet, in the way I see it. I had the first developers kit for Oculus, and just to try it out, and I couldn't program anything, so I was depending on other people creating content that I could try, and I was really impressed by it, but I didn't see the potential of it, because in the beginning there was nothing for the hands, there was just the screen and look around. Now it's the wireless system is amazing, and that just opened up the real virtual reality.
The reason why I'm asking is because last year I saw VR, and I like VR in general, but I'm with you on that one. It's not there yet, I think. But this AR thing, like AR for me is really cool because it just gives you other options, like something completely different from what you are used to, right?
It's really scary to look at it, and you see that which part is
like
real and not. And I think you can do really scary stuff with it, for sure.
I used to guest World of Tanks, you know, like I was a YouTuber, and when I looked at AR, I was like, okay, I could just see myself using this to make videos. Can you imagine like watching a replay in an AR fashion, I would say, I don't know.
Yeah, like down here now.
That would be awesome. Actually.
Yeah.
Okay, the other thing I wanted to ask you about is back when we actually first met, that was the start of the cooperation between Wargaming and Sabaton. So how is it going so far?
Oh, yeah, I mean, actually, we took the first step in 2011.
Really?
Yeah, but it didn't work out the way it should have done. But we stayed in contact, and in 2014 we met again and started to talk about it. And it took a while to develop the idea of having an in-game tank. But last year's Gamescom, it was out, and we were here performing. And since then we have done a couple of other different projects together. And well, it seems like there's more stuff coming as well.
You can actually show something, because I have it here. People might probably be wondering why. Let me just try to reach down. Ah, okay, the video. Oh, sorry, there you go. See? So we have this beautiful thing, right?
Yeah.
It's the Primo Victoria. I'm just going to give it to you. Because this is the thing that is, like, we have the digital Primo Victoria already, right? But now we are also going to have the Kobe Primo Victoria.
So now you can have it physical and build it yourself.
Which is really awesome,
with me inside. Not just me, it comes with the whole band, so...
Yes, actually I saw all of them, but obviously it was, you know, you are here with us, so we are putting you in the commander seat.
Yeah, well, I get to see it. I mean, it's not out yet, so it's coming out in a few weeks. And but it was really nice. I get to see it for the first time here. So last week we had the Sabaton Open Air Festival, and it wasn't ready in time for it. They could only send the empty box, but we were like, oh, we want to see the whole. So now this is the first time I see it.
That you actually see it.
It's the first time I see it.
You only saw the concept, I imagine.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I was part of helping to develop the concept for it as well. So
that's really cool.
Yeah.
So actually, this is coming soon. So I already saw questions yesterday, because Par was on the German stream as well with our CM Adrian, and people were asking when and where can they actually buy the tank. So for now you cannot buy it yet, but it's coming and it's going to be in the eShop.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's true.
But
And
you can actually buy.
You will also be able to get it from the Sabaton web shop. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, and
however, you can get the digital version at least until then, and then you can buy this one once it's coming, right?
Yeah, the digital version is available at the moment.
It is.
For a limited amount of time.
Including the emblems, the Sabaton emblems as well, right?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's loud. So if you want, I can take the tank from you. I'm going to give it to you, though, after the stream if you want. I would really love for you to have it.
Wow, thank you.
Because you said that this is the first one, so maybe you can show to the other band members, right?
They'd be very excited to see it.
Can I ask you, Sarah, to put this at the microphone, right?
Maybe do what some personalities take plushies or special toys and make a point of taking a picture or shooting a video of it during all the travels that they have. As in, like, for every city, take a picture of it with a different background.
So it will be a touring tank.
It's your new companion.
Yeah, a touring tank that will go with us around the world. Yeah. Why not? We have one on the stage.
Yes,
now we can have one in the dressing room, a smaller one.
Like a little mascot.
Yeah, in the front window of the tour bus.
So nice. It is so nice. Actually, I remember that I was last year at the player party of the Wargaming player party of last year, where we had a concert of Sabaton, and I remember screaming my lungs out during the concert, having basically the time of my life. It was one of the best things I've ever seen.
Thank you very much. It was great for us to play there. I mean, we know we had a lot of common fans with the Wargaming people and the Sabaton fans, but when you brought them all together, it was like perfect. It was a good evening.
That's very nice to hear. It's very beautiful when like match made in heaven things come together. It's something to witness. Also, about match made things in heaven, we had last year alongside with you. There were just before you entered the show. There were the Bombshells, who also were guests of our live stream last Wednesday. And how was your collaboration with them? Did you have fun working with the Bombshells?
Actually, it's like this. On every Sabaton album, we have female vocals singing the backing vocals for the songs. But we never used this live because we didn't find ladies who were willing to go on stage and perform and make it look good. But when I saw the Bombshell Bells performing at the Wargaming party last year, I was like, those are the girls I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody who
like droids.
Yeah, I need somebody who can sing three-way harmonies and that has the same historical ideas as Sabaton. So it fitted very well. We have done a couple of things together. They did a Sabaton song, their style, and then last week they performed a full show with us. So they were singing the Sabaton songs, backing us up. It was a great evening. So
I must get more vacations to participate in this concert, boss.
Concerning this, actually, I wanted to ask you about another meeting that you had basically in the previous Gamescom. It was Sir Nossi, one of our contributors and a World of Tanks player. I think that you actually met and then he went on tour with you. Can you maybe talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I did an interview here exactly 1 year ago with Sir Nossi, and we're like connected very well. So in the evening we went out for dinner and we were talking a bit, and he was like, yeah, maybe I can help you a little bit on tour. And suddenly he was with us 5 weeks in the US. He was there streaming live shows for Sabaton and talking to our fans and communicating while we were on stage. And that was a start of something. We did a couple of more shows, the Sabaton Cruise and some other shows where he was with us. And now here we have been seeing each other together again, so it's nice to see each other after a year.
That's really cool, actually. I really liked it, and I first heard of it. And I was following you guys, I was following Sir Nossi, and I was following through the whole tour. It's like, oh, he's posting the pictures, and that's something that we, like a little bit enabled, I think, which is really cool.
Definitely.
So games can actually brought you guys together.
Games bring a lot of people together, that's for sure.
Exactly. And at Gamescom, we actually, like, even for us as a team, I think, Sal can probably tell you guys this well. And it's like a lot of pressure. Everyone is under a lot of pressure, but that brings people together, actually.
Of course.
I'm pretty sure that's the same for you on your tours, right? Because
yeah, of course. I mean, it is quite pressure to be on tour. It's quite, it can be anything. But as long as you are very honest and you are very respectful to other people, it will be a fantastic trip. Because a lot of people have difficulties to imagine that we're going to be, for example, let's say 3 months on the road, living together in a small tour bus with no private space. And that could seem like a nightmare, and it could be a nightmare unless you respect each other. So now we have been doing this for 20 years next year, and for us it's not a problem to live this close to each other a lot of times, and it works very well as long as you have respect.
That's really cool. 20 years, you say?
Yes, next year is 20 years of Sabaton. We were formed in '99.
That's awesome. It's actually really close to what Wargaming has, right? Because we actually celebrated 20 years of Wargaming this year.
Yeah, you're 1 year ahead of us.
It's almost the same for Sabaton and Wargaming. That's a nice cooperation, I would say. So what is coming up next for Sabaton?
We just played a Sabaton Open Air, our main festival, our own festival in our hometown. We just finished that last week. Now we're gonna take a longer break. Our next show is the Sabaton Cruise in December. Until then, we have songwriting period. So we cannot do any shows because we need to write new music. So first few days we're gonna recover a bit because the festival is very exhausting. But when this is done, we start really hard working on a new album.
That's cool. And I also saw that you are doing these cruises with Sabaton, right?
Yeah, the Sabaton cruise. It will be for the 9 years in a row this year. So it is what we call the winter event of Sabaton, and the summer we have the Sabaton Open Air Festival. These are two completely unique events, and the cruise is a cruise between Sweden and Finland. This Monday we released the tickets, and they're gonna be gone in a few minutes. Last time it took 4 minutes to sell out the cruise, and I guess it's gonna be something similar this year.
So unfortunately, it's probably too late to get a vacation for that one. Maybe for the next one.
It's very wanted by a lot of people to be on the cruise.
I can't imagine why.
It's a very unique event, and Sabaton plays 2 shows in one night. Take a little break and come back and play another show, and then we do signing sessions and other activities aboard. And it's a very intense. A lot of fans, they don't even sleep when they are there. They just party very hard.
Okay, what are my chances to get one of those tickets?
Tiny.
we have to fight with Sahel for it. All right, thank you very much. But I'm going to give this over to Sahel a little bit and see if she maybe has some more questions.
Oh,
and then we can finally tell once more what the players can win on the stream. And then I think this is it for us at Gamescom. We are wrapping it up. So
Then I go again. Yay! Let's kick this man out. I need to get my ticket. Like let's kick him out. I don't need a boss. He's the one that doesn't approve me going to concerts. Guys, let's fight this together.
You don't get the vacation, I get it.
Oh man, that would be amazing, a vacation with Sabaton.
I want to be here to make things good, not to fight things.
We are good with Sahel.
Yes, of course. Of course we're good. Sure. Fight me. Oh man, we had. I'm gonna ask you a tricky question, a very tricky question.
Okay.
How good do you think you are at our game?
I could say what I think, and then I could say what the statistics say, and I'm not sure that they are reflecting each other. But you have a very
like it's only low people that when you question their ability to play, pull out their stats, and then they. And then they boast like, I'm not a bad player, I'm just unlucky, look at my stats.
I think with Paris is different. I'm pretty sure that you are actually, your stats are better than your opinion of yourself. Is that it?
Yeah, I think I'm around 50%. So.
Oh, come on, that's good.
It's all right, I guess. And,
come on.
It took a while to get used to it, but I'm okay.
Come on, that's very all right. I ask you this because with the Super Tanker initiative that we've been having, we have not 1 but 3 coaches downstairs. So like, if you wish to be part of the Super Tanker initiative, that would be so very awesome. You would imagine, would you imagine the guys coaching the Super Tanker participating in Sabaton activities?
Oh.
That would be interesting. It's like
my secret coach is actually Cernozzi, so he has been.
Yeah.
Assisting me with some ideas and thoughts. And
sounds better than Daki. What do you think?
Absolutely. Okay. Had the microphone. Sorry, just taking away from me. Sonos is probably the perfect one for this one. Actually.
Yeah, I think so too.
What kind of coach is he?
What kind of coach he is for me?
Like, is he? Because for the Super Tanker we have 3 approaches. We have the calm and collected approach of Nile. We have, the technical, actually based on experience approach of Chieftain. And then we have Daki, who's being Daki. As in, being super passionate and going with, guts and all of that.
No, I mean, Cernozzi would help me when I have an idea. What kind of, I like this tank. What's the next one I should aim for? And he would be, then... You like to play this kind of game, then you should aim for this one. So, yeah.
I wonder what coach would be the most appropriate for me, because I'm not that expert of a player as well. Like, do you think which one do you think I should go? I should go.
Easy for you. It would be Ducky.
Why?
It's just the perfect match.
Are you implying something like? Are you implying that I am overly passionate?
I would never do that, Simona.
No, I'm just going to run away with Sabaton, and we're going to be 1 community manager short.
Oops.
one of these days the entire crew of Wargaming will join you in our tours. You know, before Fellan mentioned that, you know, like, what did you exactly say? That, you know, half of our fans were, you know, like having their hearts in their hands because of this cooperation. Like they were very invested. You yourself were fanboying over Sabaton. You did say that, like even before. I think half of the company was already fanboying after Sabaton. I remember several staff members that really, you know, they were almost moved they could meet you.
I would say more than half. I think that the fan bases of the game and Sabaton metal music in general are pretty much overlapping, so that was like a really good match, I would say.
It fits very well. I mean, that's how we thought about it from the beginning, and there are, over the years, I mean, so many different bands working with different computer games, but it doesn't match. But here is the good match. I mean, Sabaton has a tank on the stage. We sing about historical battles, and then the Wargaming has the game World of Tanks, which is absolutely perfect. And to put a tank in the game, it's absolutely natural. That's why it works so well.
So it's very nice that overall you can say you're happy with working with Wargaming, and you like us. Shout out to the staff.
Oh, of course I do.
Sabaton likes us.
Yes, we do. We've had a great time since we started to work together. Many projects, and hopefully many more projects to come.
That'd be awesome.
Actually, that's one more question before we finish up. Can we expect something more, some kind of further cooperation with Wargaming?
We do have a lot of ideas, and obviously there are more things to develop, to work on, to go, and there's more stories we can build around the tank, and maybe other songs that we have written, and maybe other songs that we will write in the future.
That's cool.
Yeah, like I was gonna ask that, like, you know, are you gonna write anything related?
Well, we write the songs that we do, and they are obviously fitting absolutely perfect in some cases.
That's really cool. So I think that we are actually at the end of our Gamescom allotted time, unfortunately, but we are going to come back next year. I hope that I can see you once again next year as well. That would be really cool.
Yeah, last year was the first time, this second, and I don't think that this is the last.
I really hope so. So guys, before we wrap this up, I wanted to remind you that we have several giveaways going. So there is a code on the screen that you can input on worldoftanks.eu. Be careful because it only runs until a certain amount of time. So basically until the end of the stream or a little bit further. So just take your chance right now when it's still fresh. The other thing is that our guys in the back are going to put the giveaway for all the cool physical prizes in the chat. I'm pretty sure they're going to do it in a couple of minutes. So maybe we can also show the prizes once more because before we finish up. You can win all of that just by entering that giveaway. There you go, you can see them on the screen. Okay, so don't forget, this is your last chance because Gamescom is unfortunately getting to a close.
Me very sad. I love Gamescom.
So guys, thank you very much for joining us. And hopefully we are going to see you next year. And hopefully we can meet Par next year as well.
Come and see us. You might get a chance to meet Par.
Exactly. So thanks for joining in. See you next year, hopefully. Bye-bye.